Well, hello, hello. Hello, hello. YouTube is going bonkers. Okay, so you guys are all experiencing it too. Okay, I was freaking out because usually with StreamYard and stuff, I still have to use YouTube when I'm streaming. So I'm like having issues. But then I looked up, there's an outage. There's an outage. I guess it's worldwide. What the hell is going on? Shelby, I don't know why you're in here being a hater girl, but we don't do that here. So welcome to Mellyverse, but don't come in here talking some shit. We like to keep it cool here and be chill, but also don't be annoying. If you don't want to listen to the text messages, don't listen to them. Anyways, hello, happy. No, there's an outage. There's an outage. I saw it on Associated Press. They were saying that there's an outage, but I guess you guys are seeing it like everywhere, right? So you guys are everywhere, all spread out. Yeah. YouTube is acting up. Okay, let's see. Let's get started. Yes. We haven't done Kenzie text in a few days, so let me see if I can remember what we. I can't even get into my YouTube. I only got in here. Really? Interesting. Okay, well, I guess it's affecting everyone. Yeah, there's an outage, but I don't know, like, mine won't load in the UK. Yeah, I heard Portugal wasn't able to even access it. There's like a huge YouTube outage. So I hope you guys are cool and can be here with no problems. That's weird. It's like that's the last thing we need on top of everything else. Hey Evie, hey Debbie, hey Old Days, hey Tasmom, hey Glenda, thanks for being here. Hey Crease, hey Ramon. What outage? There's like a YouTube outage. Let me look it up. I was just listening to it on a news channel. Oh yeah, 18 minutes ago, YouTube streaming faces giant what? Massive global outage. Suffers a global outage. Oh wow. And a fairly widespread outage for more than 24 million users. Oh, wait, just kidding. I read that wrong. 240,707. I was looking at the wrong thing. Wow. Did it log you off or what? Yeah, it's saying like the video's not able to play. It's hardly working for me. Really? Yeah, I'm fine. Mine, it's fine on my well, no, it's not actually, not on my phone. Like it's fine right now, but it wasn't fine when I was on my phone a little bit ago. Everything I was like on my homepage says can't load and stuff like that, right? Is that what you guys are seeing too? It'll get fixed, don't worry. In like a few minutes, hopefully. I saw something on X right now and it's like because I'm keeping up on Nancy updates because we're doing Nancy later, but I got you from notification. Really? That's messed up, dude. That's messed up. But it's an outage, so I'm assuming it's not intentional. But yeah, yeah, I can't even open it on my computer. So it must be down. Good thing StreamYard's not down because then I would be screwed. I wouldn't have been able to come. Okay, mine's back up. So it's back up. It's back up. I think we're good. Yeah, mine's fine. So mine just started loading again. Okay, they must have fixed it. Does anyone know why that happened? It could be weather, it could be a system issue, it could be they're all tapping into us on YouTube as well, just like Google, because Google owns YouTube. They want to listen to who's reporting on the Epstein files. Not joking. But But they probably did some system update. When they say outage, I don't know what to believe, but they probably did like some system. The YouTube page? Yeah. Yeah, remember YouTube? Yeah, mine works now. Yeah. What hasn't loaded for you? It wasn't like my homepage wasn't loading and stuff, but now it's fine. It's actually I just got into it. So everyone should be fine. I'm like, great, this is the last thing we need. Let's get started on Kenzie texts. We are reading May 2020 texts. I don't remember what we left off on, so let's review. Shout out to all of you guys for being here. Happy Tuesday. It is a new moon, so don't press me and I heard it was a global outage. Yeah, I heard it was a global outage. Technical glitches all day. Is this the Matrix? It's it. The Epstein files are out. The Matrix is here for all of us. RIP. It was nice knowing all of y'all. Mine's back to yay. Yay! Being a little dramatic. YouTube is trying to silence you, Melly. JK. No, it was I could tell because I was going into even like Fox News and it was like refresh and I thought it was something with my account, but then I figured out it was an outage. It's all over X. YouTube posted something about it, so it's fine. It's fine. Let's get back to regular programming. Okay. Let's see where we left off on. Let me go back a few. Okay, come on over to Cuddle. It's 6:29 a.m. This is April 30th. Text me as soon as you're up. Your mom was being a bitch and wouldn't let me longer. Oh, okay. Rude. Don't call Miss Russo a bitch. I had to clean up everything. It sucked. I think I got it all though. The bump's pretty much gone. She means her ass bumps. Okay. Yeah, she's talking about her ass bumps. Yeah. Good to see you, Nikki. She says the bump's pretty much gone. Babe, want to hang? And it's 5:58 p.m. on May 1st. He says, maybe I'll let you know if I do. She says, okay, at 7:32 p.m. What are you doing? At 8:23 p.m. He says, I'm chilling with Martin. And thank you. She says, oh, that sounds fun. You haven't chilled with them in a while. I was going to ask to hang out, but never mind. He said, okay, later or tomorrow. She said, let's just hang tomorrow because it's going to be all nice and shit. He says, okay, I forgot tomorrow's Angelo's birthday and we can still probably chill. She said, OMG, I forgot about it. Can we make a cake tomorrow? He said, I don't know what the plan is. She says, we can just go with the flow tomorrow or some shit then. He says, for sure. She says, what's up now at 11:15 p.m.? He says, I'm just chilling at Husney's. About to go home soon. She says, I'm just laying for real. I got really bad cramps today. He says, I'm sorry, babe. You want some perks? She says, no thanks, babe. He says, chocolate covered? She says, that is the only way to take one. Oh. They chocolate cover their rugs. Chocolate covered perks? I must have missed that the first time reading these. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess that's kind of smart. Yeah, Wilson said the same thing. Jinx, you owe me a soda. Chocolate covered perks, WTF. We don't condone drug use here, but it is what it is. She says that is the only way to take one. Dom says, for sure. She says, text me when you're up. The next day on May 2nd at 9:18 a.m. She said, it's going to be 72 degrees. Want to go painting? Babe, it's like 2. I want to come hang. When are you going to be done, babe? You said we can do something today. Babe? And now it's 2:59 p.m. Dom, you said soon. Sad face. Dom, for real? 20 sad faces. Dom, you can't just tell me soon, then not answer me when it's been over an hour. She removes an exclamation. Then she emphasizes her message. Dom, reply. You said soon. 2:19. Dot, 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 dot. Dom says, I'm done now. Let me see what Angelo's doing. She says, I've been ready for a long time. It's now 3:37 p.m. Soon usually means like 5 to 10 minutes, not over an hour. Can you come get me now? Dom says, it's not about you today, babe. It's about Angelo. She says, I never said it was about me. I'm just saying you said we can do some shit because it's nice. And I'm sure Angelo wouldn't care if I was there too. I have really bad anxiety right now because you said soon. And then I had to wait for an extra long time. I also have to show you some shit. She emphasizes it and then says, please let me come hang, Dom. I've been waiting for so long. He says, I don't care what I said. You're going to make me not chill with you. She says, I'll just leave if you guys want to do some shit. Dom, I called you at 2 and you said you would be done. Then can we chill? I don't know why you're getting mad. Like, I'm getting really stressed out because I thought we were doing some shit today. Like, I don't mean to be mean, Dom. You know, I'm just trying to come over. I was just excited AF to finally go somewhere with you. And I figured we can just go, then we can come back and do Angelo's birthday stuff. 3:50 p.m. I really don't want to be inside all day. I want to be outside, having fun with you. She emphasizes the message. Please answer, Dom. Why are you just being mean to me now? Dom says, we will if you stop complaining. You just keep complaining. I'm not listening to it. Kenzie says, I didn't start by complaining. You ignored me all morning, babe, till I called you. I just asked you to hang out and you started not to answer. If I knew something meant like 2 to 3 hours, I wouldn't have got ready. Like, scroll up the first time I texted you today. I'm honestly upset right now. Sad face. Dom says, yeah, me too. You keep complaining. She says, I'm not complaining, Dom. Why are you being mean? I'll just ask to hang then. You will just say soon, then be mean to me when I get anxious. Like, it's so nice out. We've been talking about today for like a week. Let's go do something. Dom, don't ignore me. Babe, I really want to be outside. Please come get me soon. Please text me back. Sad face. I'm trying really hard not to cry about this. She loves her own message. Babe, it's not going to be nice out soon. Please. She emphasizes it. Dom says, stop complaining. She says, I did stop. Can you just say more than just 2 things? I stopped complaining and you're just dragging it on. I don't know why you're still being like that. Please be nice to me. Dom responds, you're still complaining. Kenzie says, no, I am not. I'm having a normal convo with you. Stop being mean. It's going to start getting colder soon and I want to hang out like 5 to 10 minutes. Are you scooping me? He says, that's still complaining. She says, what is? He says, what you're saying. She says, asking you to hang out soon because it's cold soon. He says, no. She says, then what? Telling you to stop being mean to me? Question mark. Dom emphasizes. Then he says, he emphasizes again his message that says, can say more than 2 things. Kenzie says, I'm not trying to. I know you know that. Are you going to let me come over soon? LOL, I've been ready since 2:19. Dom says, no, because you've been complaining. I'm going to wait for Angelo to get out of the shower, then shower. She says, can I just come now? Then I'll wait while you shower. So you're going to punish me, huh? She says, at 4:28 p.m. No response. She says, it's just going to be cold then. Can't we just chill outside right now? Then you can just shower. Then we can do anything. Question mark, question mark. Dom. Really? He says, my phone died, about a shower at 5:06 p.m. She says, oh, I thought you blocked me. Can I come over after you shower? Babe, are you out? Question mark. As soon as you're out, can I come over? She questions her own message. Are you ignoring me or are you still in the shower? LOL. Because you've been showering for really long. Dom finally responds and says, I'm out. We can chill later. She says, Dom, can you just get me after you do whatever you're doing? Like, you've been making me wait all day. You didn't chill with me any of the times you already told me today you would. Or can I just go to your house now? Then we can, then when you're home, we can chill. She's psycho. He says, I didn't even make you wait. I didn't say we could chill. She says, yes, you did. I said, want to chill and do fun shit tomorrow? And you said, for sure. Then you said, after you hoop, then you didn't let me. Can I come over to your house and wait? Or can you get me after your sales? Dom says, no. She says no to both. Why you have to be mean all day? You left me unread. Can I come over after your cells? You're making today very stressful by ignoring me. Dom, answer. Treating me like this isn't cool. Like, you know, it makes my anxiety bad, yet you do it anyway. Like, why do you do something that upsets me? Dom, seriously, WTF. I don't know why you think doing this shit is like a game or fun or cool. It's none of those. Like, you told me later, it's fucking been later. You told me you were going to hang out today and do fun shit. And that's what I was expecting, not to be completely shit on. No response. Kenzie says, just know you're being rude as fuck. Like, you're gonna leave me on red, then ignore me for like an hour. I'm so pissed right now. If I'm the best babe, then start fucking treating me like it. Like, you're declining my calls. I know you're on your phone. You've probably been so nice and chill to everyone else too. Like, this is effed up. Why are you just mean some days and super nice some days? You said we can chill later at 5. If you ditch me for the third time today, I'm going to freak. Can you effing answer? Like, what the F is wrong with you? You always pull the shit. Dom finally responds and says, I was rolling a blunt. She says, I don't give an F. He said, because you always do this. She said, for 2 hours? You were rolling for 2 hours, Dom? Really? I don't get mad till you start ignoring me. And some effing reason you like to ignore me for 3 hours plus whenever I ask to hang out with you. You said, yes, Dom. You told me we can hang. And if you don't keep your word, I'm not going to trust you. He said, okay, then don't. She says, I'm coming over. She says, like, who says that to their girl? Then don't. You are for real so rude. You really don't know how bad what you're doing affects people with anxiety. You told me we're going to play it by ear and hang tomorrow. I've been waiting all day. I've been ready since the first time you said I can come over. No response. Like, what's the point of saying I can come over after you do something, then ignore me, then get mad at me for getting mad, then you're ignoring me? Dom says, okay, I'm leaving then. She says, Dom, talk to me without getting off. Like, have a convo with me. You can't just pull this shit on people. It hurts people and it looks like you could care less. Please stop acting like this, Dom. You had me waiting all day. You can't just have someone wait all day, then say, I can't come hang anymore. Dom says, blocked. Blocked like 72 hours ago. Bitch, I'm out of breath because Kenzie doesn't shut up. Why did I immediately think it's weird though? I was just able to get back in. What state are you in, Melly? I'm at Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I got you from notification. Oh, I'm behind. Hi, Debbie. Take the hint, Mackenzie. Hey, Kayla. I know. He's like, shut up. Dude, I'm not having either. Poor guy says loud. He doesn't want to play with you today, dude. If a dude was texting me like this, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get personal and like sexual or anything, but like, how is this even hot? Like, if somebody, okay, but also, I can play the, let's play the other side though, too. When someone doesn't text you enough, that's also a problem. So, we're gonna have a relationship live later tonight. We should talk about that kind of stuff. Chill, girl, give him some breathing room, said Amy. My gosh, he does not want to hang out with you, Kens. He just changed his mind. Block. Evie's like, block. Don't block me, Evie. Kenzie's definition of being is not being spoken to for more than 60 seconds. You know what? I must admit, because I don't want to come up here and be a fake. I can be a little toxic too. Not like this. Everyone chill out. But I don't like how here we go. I don't like how he like the whole changing of plans like last minute. That would really bug me, I must say. She expects too much though. We already know how I feel about all of this. But like, yeah, if you say we're gonna hang, like hang, right? Okay, anyways. Communication challenges here clearly. Dom needs to state clearly that he's with the boys for the day. Dude, no, it doesn't work. Even if he does that, she's still, this is a whole different thing. Kenzie's a whole different ball game. Like, she is out of control. I don't think we can compare to actual humans right now because it's too much with her. Dom says blocked at 7:31 p.m. Mm, dude, YouTube is done. How are you streaming? Because YouTube and I love each other. There should be a Lifetime movie about this. Amy, I just want to be the narrator. Yes, but we're talking about Mackenzie. Exactly, Ruth. Thank you, Ruth. Yes, thank you. Not the same. It's not the same. Hey, MSM, it's her way or no way. Dude, it's her way or you don't even get to live. It's really so sad. Okay, let's continue. He says blocked. She says nope. He says blocked in caps. She says nope in caps. She says, you better not block me, Dom. What happened to being nice to me? Can you at least apologize for doing this to me? Dom said, it's hard when you irritate the out of me. Kenzie says, damn, you told me I could hang multiple times today, and all 3 times you didn't let me come over. When you say I can come, then it's a plan, and my head is set on that plan. And if it gets canceled, it makes me have anxiety. Why don't you understand? I try to stay chill, and I did for 2 hours. Then I just flipped. I picked an outfit for today too. Sad face. Why did you leave me on red? Dom, don't be like this, Dom. Like, I've been trying to chill all day. How do you expect me to be completely cool with you ignoring me for over 3 hours? Like, no one likes to be ignored, not even you. Question mark? Oh my God, why the F are you leaving me on red? Are you trying to make me upset? Like, I do not get it. Stop being immature AF. Like, if you want me to be chill, then don't ignore me ever. Like, you're really gonna make me wait out here to see if you left me on red for the 400th time? Dom finally responds at 7:54 p.m. I'm not dealing with you today. Um, yeah, we're not dealing with you today either. I agree with you, Melly. He did not always act right. Also makes it more sad for me that he changed and tried to be better. Yeah, I know, Q. I know. Lifetime movies be already like this. I want to be in a Lifetime movie. Hello, me. I'm not toxic. I cry when mad. Oh, okay, Evie. Well, sometimes I cry, I guess, when I'm mad. Rarely happens, but I could do that. I think he'd love to be ignored right now. Yeah, I know. Lifetime will pay for the Kenzie. You're funny. No, dude, she would. You know how Wade Wilson got like the documentary? Kenzie would so get a deal. She would. Imagine. Imagine. They could use all the Snapchats we've been going through, all the text messages. She would want to be on TV, famous. Remember, hashtag free Mackenzie Shirilla. Let me know in the chat and in the comments if you're a free Kenzie Shirilla. He says, I'm not dealing with you today because we do have a lot of those. And shout out to all of them too. Like, they're welcome. Don't be a hater in the comments, but you're welcome to come into chat. We would like to hear your perspective. 1%. 1% is supporters. Let's continue. She says, you're the one being a dick. I'm just trying to hang out and you keep ignoring me. Dom says, and I had to leave my house on Angelo's birthday. Wow, it was his brother's birthday. She's there being a stalker, the obsessive hoe. And then he has to leave his own house on his brother's birthday. I would watch the Lifetime. You're on, really. Thank you, Q. No, yeah. She says, you chose to leave. Just stop ignoring me and be cool, and I'll be cool too. If you want to be treated good, then treat me good, babe. You know, all I ever want to do is hang with you. Dom says, I'm not dealing with you today. Kenzie says, I didn't mean to make you mad. I just got upset when you ditched me. You can't just ditch people when you know they get excited. Saying that is a dick move just to stop being a dick. Like, I thought you were going to let me come early. Then we were going to go someplace I ask you to all the time. Then we can do whatever's planned for Angelo. But no, it ended up about me being ditched several times in one day. Okay, first of all, Kenzie, it's Angelo's birthday. It's not about you. Like, this is what she said. I thought you were going to come get me early and then we were going to go someplace. It's Angelo's birthday. It's not your choice to pick where you guys are going to go for the day. We know she's an ignorant a-hole, but rolling my eyes, they're going to get stuck in the back of my head. And then I can't read to you guys. She says, then we can do whatever is planned for Angelo's birthday. Like, it's not about you, Mr. Bean. She says, the least you can do is sincerely apologize to me after what you did today. Can you deliver me dabs though? And then she questions her own message. Please, LOL. He says, I'll talk to you later. She says, okay, hit me up. And that was at 8:39. And then she says, but you can't bring me dabs right now? He says, I'll talk to you later. She says, let's just chill early tomorrow. I haven't seen you in 2 days. I miss you. Now it's 10:25 p.m. She questions her message of let's just chill early tomorrow. She says, let me come hang when you get up. And then she says, oh, wait. She says, let me come hang when you get up the next morning at 9:23 a.m. She says, I just woke up again at 11:55 a.m. It's 72 right now. He said, I know, it's nice AF. She said, let's hang right now. Let's go somewhere fun or some shit like we can tan too. Dom, can I come hang, babe? He says, I'm on the way home. She says, so you drove far AF? I'm so confused, LMAO. So are you still on the way home from when I called you before, LMAO? He says, big plays. She said, nice. Did you get some cool shit? When are you going to be home? We got to do something before it's not nice out anymore. She questions her message. He says, I'm about to be home. What you want to do? She says, we can go to the waterfall or some dope place. He said, like where? She says, anywhere. I don't know any cool spots. I know you do, LOL. Are you home? He says, yeah. She says, can I come over now? Babe, I'm trying to come over before it starts getting cold. Can I walk over right now? He says, you can come by. She says, yay, on my way. And that was at 2:49 p.m. Jumps to the next morning at 1:31 p.m. What are you doing? He says, finally eating some breakfast. She says, what you eating? He says, Fruity Pebbles. She says, I had waffles. Want to hang soon? He says, I might have to link with Big Homie though. She said, who's that? LMAO. We can just chill, and if you have to go, then I'll just wait for you. She questions her own message. Dom says, you can go to my house now if you want. I'll be home in like 20. She says, okay, I'm gonna come soon. I'm still getting ready. She says, I'm on the way now. He says, I'm on my way home. She says, okay, I will see you soon, babe. And that was at 2:33 p.m. And then at 8:12 p.m., she says, what are you doing, babe? She questions her own message. He says, I'm chilling with them right now. She says, what y'all doing? Dom says, we just chilling. She says, that's what I'm doing too, LOL. Dom says, LMAO. She says, babe, it's getting late. We can just kick it tomorrow early. She questions. He says, I can't say yes because I don't know if I can't, y'all throw a fit. She says, gay, LOL. What are you doing right now at 10:25 p.m.? I can stay till 2 if you still want to hang, but if you're tired, we can just link tomorrow. But I need my dabs ASAP. He says, I'm still chilling with them. You got bud, babe. She said, okay, but I get high. But I bet too high sometimes, LOL. He says, if they leave, you can come. They might leave. She says, okay, babe. I'd rather just chill tomorrow because it's more time, but we can do both too, LOL. You might have to scoop me, drive me home though if we hang. Dom says, they left. I don't know if I feel like doing that. It's too late and cold because then I'd have to drive back. She says, yeah, I figured you wouldn't want to. Want to FaceTime and we can just hang tomorrow, but not late, like a normal time. And then she sends links to a bong. She's sending all these different bongs. She says, The next morning at 8:57 AM, babe, I literally had the most wild dream. Like, we got this huge wedding together, and me and this guy get there, and then I told my mom I didn't wanna marry him. Then we find out he's not who he seems, so I didn't marry him. I am so confused. Why are you confused? It was a dream. 2 hours is Mackenzie's threshold. It must suck to be in prison where everything is slow. He makes promises to get a bit of peace from her until later, but she texts every minute. Yeah, I know. Hey, Anton. Natalie responds, aka Turkey Neck. I know. Stupid AF dream. Yeah, thank you. Stupid AF. I believe this isn't as uncommon for their age. No, it isn't, Wilson. I had SOs that blew my phone up all the time, not quite to the extent, but I wouldn't have ignored them and sent boundaries ASAP, blocked. Yeah, I was crazy at some point too. Not like this, but I was, well, still am sometimes toxic. Hashtag, I'm honest with myself. Hashtag, are you honest with yourself? LMA, why would she tell him that? I don't know. Okay, let's continue. She says, no, I'm just talking shit. She says, I'm so confused. He said, that's a weird dream. We just said that. She's still trying to tell Dom he's not who she thinks he is. Dude, I think, yes, BS about dreams. I think the dreams are BS. She just wants attention. That's what I think. 2 a.m. Ellie be sending texts like, what are you doing? Hello. No, I will. I do. Like, if I'm trying to get your attention or trying to talk to you or pissed off at you, I will text you at 2 a.m. Like, wake your ass up. I'm also very much like, talk about my feelings. I'm comfortable with it. So, I'm very much like, if we're going to be pissed, tell me at the beginning of the morning. We'll let the day go on. We'll get over it. Love you. Bye. Like, you know what I mean? But if it's something like we need to talk and we need to talk, like, bitch, I'll catch a plane right now. Hashtag I'm self-aware. I'm ending the live. That was too great. I need to like I'm gonna make a sticker of that. An emoji is what I mean, not a sticker. We love to hate sledding. Done buzzing. He won't have to marry because dude. Wilson's like, yep, right up my alley. He said, that's a weird dream. She says, I'll tell you more about it when we hang. It's so wild. Babe, are you going to be home soon? Dom says, I'm home. You can come in a little. She says, okay, bet. Let me know, babe. And it's 3:02 p.m. She says, can I come now? At 3:18. So 16 minutes later. Question mark, question mark, question mark. 5 question marks. I need to take my pill at 4. Why does he like, no one cares. Just take your birth control pill. Done buzzing thinks he won't have to. Oh, I already read that. Slender bean. Yeah, that is what you guys call her. She says, I need to take my pill at 4. Dom says, sorry, I was on the phone with big homie. Can I come now? She says, it's okay. He says, come in like 10 minutes and we're not really going to be doing anything. She says, I don't really care. Can I come at 45? That means hella cuddle time. He says, I mean, not really. She sends an emoji. Okay, can I come at 3:45? He says, come at 4. She says, okay, I'm coming now. He says, okay. So now she's over there and she says, babe, come back in here. 5 question marks. So now she's at his house and they're not in the same room. She questions her message. Dom, answer. Babe? LOL. He says, what? She says, after your mom yelled and coughing, I had to cough, so I coughed so quiet. Dom says, LOL. She says, secret cough. He sends an emoji. She sends an emoji. She says, what are you doing, babe? The next day at 2:13 p.m., the 6th, May 6th, 2020. He says, gotta do a couple things. She says, can I come by or after? He says, after, maybe. I'll let you know. She says, okay. She says, hit me up in 30. He says, I'm gonna be busy for a bit, but I'll let you know we can chill later. He says, Kenzie says, okay, do good today, babe. Then she says, are you going to be home soon? So literally at 3:29, she says, do good today, babe. Then at 5:36, she says, are you going to be home soon? I'm bored AF and I feel gross. I don't know if I asked you to hang before Kyle, but I did. And can you not hang with him for a long ass time? Because I'm not trying to come over at 7 or 8. I'm going to be tired. He says, I'm probably going to ball with Ashish and them. I don't know if Kyle's coming over anymore. She says, how long are you going to play ball? At 5:46 p.m. You swear you hang with Ashish so much. He says, Dom says, he's my best friend. Kenzie says, I'm your bestie too. LOL. Can we just hang at 6:30? I'll watch you play for like 20 minutes. He says, no. She says, Dom, you said we can hang later. I hate getting ditched. Dom says, you're not getting ditched. If you throw a hissy fit, I'm just not going to chill with you. She says, I'm not throwing a fit. It's called a convo. Dom says, okay, well, I'm not going to have a convo like that. Dom says, if you want to have a quote unquote convo like that, I won't chill with you. Kenzie says, why are you being mean? Like, I'm not even being bitchy. I'm just being normal. Dom says, because I'm not trying to hear it and you always got to complain. You never say okay. You always got something else to say. Kenzie sends a screenshot of his message. Me saying okay 2 times to you. Dom says, okay, we're not chilling today. Kenzie says, you're really not going to let me come over and shower? He says, I'm super aggravated now. Sorry. She says, wow. You start being mean to me when I prove myself. You don't let me come shower when you've been saying I can come shower at your house for days. I've been telling you I feel gross all day. Like, are you kidding me? So why she wants to go shower there is because I think they're having problems at her house or they're like remodeling or something or the shower. So she's like, let me come shower there. I hate when he tells her to come over in a little bit and she keeps asking when. Just go over there in an hour or like literally pick they're young, so their time management skills are very minimal if even they exist, which I don't think they do. Like, he's working like in the middle of the day to midnight. She's waking up in the middle of the day fighting with him, well, all day. And then she wants to go over there like 7 to 8 p.m. Like, if they actually had a good schedule, like, schedule it. Hi, Rebecca. I agree with the way she behaves makes someone not want to hang at all. Oh yeah, I don't want to hang. Don't ask me to hang if you act like this. Was he a rug dealer? Yes. He was selling Mary Jane. Hey Mary Jane, good to see you. How you doing? If you know what I mean. And then he was selling like the pens, weed pens. And then I think that's all he was selling for the most part, but they would recreationally use lean, perks, shrooms, and I think maybe Dom had done acid before, but I might be wrong about that. Don't come for me. My ex was clinging like that, really? Was she? I don't think she could be able to get college courses in prison. The Ashish. Are we there yet? When are we there yet? Ugh. And they don't eat. Don't forget that, Melly. And they eat. Who eats? Oh, the shroomies. She says, I've been telling you I feel gross all day. Like, are you kidding me? You can't just tell me something multiple days in a row when it's finally time you say no. If you do me like this, I'm for real gonna be upset and mad. Dom says, no, too bad. You could have yesterday. She says, N-word, WTF? You're for real so rude. For what? Quote unquote, no, too bad. Who the F says that shit? I need to effing shower. I haven't showered in days. I can't control when the effing water comes back. Ew, wait, if you've had time to shower and to go to his house and shower, Why are you not showering? If he said you could have showered yesterday, ew. She likes to be crusty and musty. Ew. She says, stop getting mad so easy. Dom said, stop complaining and I'll hit you up when I'm done ballin'. She says, are you going to be home soon? Are you going to be done soon? Do you want to go to Mapleside and watch the sunset and smoke a blunt? Never mind. Can you answer? It's getting late, she says at 8:42 p.m. She emphasizes her own message. Dom says, what's up? She says, can I come over now? It's late AF. LOL, you just said, what's up, Dom? Answer your phone. He says, I'm still chilling with them. She says, I'm honestly annoyed AF. You tell me that we can chill later, then you just bail on me for a sheesh or to play some video games. Like I've been waiting all day and all I wanted to do was effing shower. I feel so effing gross and now I have to go another night feeling gross. Dom says, you can still come over tonight and shower. She says, I'm not going to effing wait. I already waited all day. And it's 9 o'clock. Like my body does not want me to shower this late. Dude, shower this late? I'll shower at 3 a.m. if I freaking want to. What is anybody gonna do about it? She's anti-shower. Yeah, remember when she first went to jail? She didn't want to shower. She didn't shower for like 3 days or 3 months or something, like 90 days. You're supposed to shower at night anyways, they say. I'm not a shower professional, but shower whenever you want, actually. I don't care. But the point is, she doesn't shower. She doesn't want to shower. Nope. She's like, it's 9 o'clock p.m. Like, my body does not want me to shower this late. You see them all the time. I even left your house the other day so you could hang with them. When we had plans, can you please just not push them back to 9 to 10? Because it makes my day stressful. Dom says, okay, you can come shower tomorrow. She sends an emoji. So I wait all day to get effing clean. Then I get told to wait another day. Whatever. I'm coming over early tomorrow. You really don't know how frustrating this is. Dom said, I said you can come today, but then you said you didn't want to. Kenzie says, I didn't want to wait to shower to 10 or 11. Like my mom goes to bed at 10 if I'm not already at your house. Dom said, so what you want me to do? Kenzie says, I wanted you to let me come over before 9 to shower. I asked you like at 10 a.m. to shower at your house today. I'm not even going to try. I'm so salty. You for real could have tried even a little to make time to hang out with me so I could shower. Now you're just going to leave me on red and not answer for 3 hours. Dom says, sorry, you can just come tomorrow. She says, whatever, I'm coming early tomorrow. She emphasized her own message. Text when you're up. For real. He says, what? She said, okay, I can come over at 12:30 the next morning at 11:55 a.m. He says, why so early? She said, because you screwed me over yesterday, 1 o'clock. He says, no, I didn't. She says, I'm coming over early today at 1 o'clock or 1:30, no later, because I need to shower like I didn't yesterday. Oh, wait, what? Because I need to shower like I did yesterday and I want to hang too. He says, okay, maybe. She says, Dom, OMG, like, are you trying to make me mad? He says, why? She says, you want to know why again? Dom says, I'll hit you up if you can come over. She says, N-word, I am coming over early. You stopped me from showering yesterday and I am showering before 4 today. Dom says, I'll hit you up when you can come over then. She says, I'm not going another day feeling gross. Dom says, don't be so mean or I'm not going to want to chill. Kenzie says, and I don't want you telling me what you just said, then just saying after. Dom, I couldn't sleep last night because of how gross I feel. Dom says, okay, Kenzie, good to know. I'll let you know when you can come over. She says, WTF? I'm coming over before 4. He said, I don't like that attitude, but okay. She said, I want to shower now. We both know you're not going to let me come right now. He says, I could be here. I could not be here. She says, OMG, how about you effing put some effort? Like, I'm struggling. My house has no hot water right now, and you're going to be rude about it? Dom says, you were rude first. She says, Dom, because you ditched me for a sheesh when you said I could come shower. Then I couldn't sleep at all because of how gross I feel. If I just showered yesterday, none of this would have happened. Dom says, that's not what happened, but okay. She says, then what did? Dom says, I told you you can shower after I ball, and then you started being impatient and then bitching at me, so I didn't let you come. Kenzie says, so you choose not to let me come shower? You told me you were chilling with them at 9:30. Dom says, I told you that. Kenzie said, I swear to God, how many times do I have to tell you I feel effing gross and I need to shower ASAP? Dom says, you know what? I don't even care. I'm just going to say, get ready and dip. You can come at 4. I won't be here. She says, I'm not. Dom, I am not showering without you there. What the F is wrong with you? Like, are you trying to make me freak out? I need to shower. You told me I could shower at your house. Then you do this? Like, WTF? Dom said, then stop pissing me off then. She says, I need a shower. Dom says, you keep saying that. That didn't even happen. Kenzie says, what did I say that didn't happen? I'm not effing showering without you being at the house. Oh my God, I'm about to freak out. Dom says, you keep mixing up what happened in your head, and that's not how it happened. Kenzie says, Dom, you ignore me till 8. Then I asked you when I can come, then you answer at 9 and told me you were chilling with them still. Dom says, I don't care. I'm done with this conversation. I don't care. I'm done with the conversation before I just throw the whole thing away. Kenzie says, Dom, I want to shower before 4. I want to shower at 1:30. The next time, just don't tell me yes if you're going to make it such a struggle for me. Hell no. Why are you so mean? Like, I need to shower, Dom. Stop being so mean to me. You make me so sad. You can't just scream at me on the phone, then let me not say anything. Oh, so she calls him. She says, please stop being mean to me at 12:38 p.m. He says, nah, I'm sick of your shit, always trying to make me freak out and shit. F you. Kenzie says, and you said you can't enjoy your morning. I didn't enjoy yesterday or last night because of how gross I feel. Dom says, go shower somewhere else. Oh, wow. Like, go shower at your friend's, gym shower. So sad the part is that she doesn't even want the shower. She just wants him to let her in her house. Yes, exactly. There's a cute kid storybook that fits cringy. Do pirates that take baths? Sounds like a control move. Yeah. How's Natalie showering? She's so manipulative. That's funny, Anton. She's so manipulative. She doesn't want the shower. She just wants to put him. Yeah, I know. She just wants to go in there. Bathwater Dom. It's funny. I bet she could have gone to one of her non-existent friends to shower. Go Dom. She's like Sarah Boone. Oh, we have Sarah Boone live coming up. Planet Fitness shower. Hey, oh, it's finally back and running. Yes. Shower with the sink, dog. Just go outside and do it. It's funny. I bet I could have gone to one of her. Oh, yeah, I already read that. She craved, but not helping, borderline enabling this. Kenzie's problem. Ew. So it's been like days. It's already been days since she showered. Yucky. He says, go shower somewhere else then. She says, where? She says, where? You gonna do me like that? He says, I don't know. Sounds like your problem. She said, you are so mean. Do you want me to just come over and shower right now? Dom says, too late. I'm already showering, then leaving. She says, Dom, you're showering right now? I could have literally came with you. We could have just showered together. Why do you treat me like this? This is a shit that makes me hate myself. I could have been showering with you right now, but you had to make a whole big deal and be mean AF. Dom said, I wasn't going to shower right now, but I'm going to leave. She says, no, please let me come shower. Why can't you help me? Like, you're just going to let me suffer? Dom says, text me one more time and you're blocked on everything. She says, wow, you're fake. You better not block me. He says, done. She says, I'm coming over. He says, N-word, now I can't even shower? Okay, I guess I'm leaving right now. If you come here again, we're going to have serious problems. Kenzie says, if you block, we're going to have serious problems. It's really upsetting to see how you can just be so mean when I need to just shower. Like, you're showering right now. If I just came now, it would be easy AF. You're just making this so bad for me. I wanted to shower with you. You can't do this to me. You're so effing mean. We could have just showered together. And then you scream at me like, effing help me. I can't believe you're doing this shit. Like, what you did hurts. I deserve nothing but love, especially from you. All I needed was a shower. I wanted to shower with you. Like, why couldn't you just let me now before you started to shower? Like, I feel like you're just trying to hurt me. I want to shower. If you end up having to go to some public ass place to shower, I'm going to be so upset. I'm not sitting at home all day today. She emphasized she needs nothing. She deserves nothing but love. She says, let me come shower after you shower. She emphasizes it. Dom says, I already left at 1:17 p.m. She says, wow, when the F are you going to be back then? I need to shower. He says, I don't know. She said, OMG, try. I really need to shower. And I'm out of dabs again. Turn red messages on. He said, sorry, you pissed me off. I need to smoke blunts with Trevor. She says, I swear to God, turn red on. Dom, no, you don't. You hang with the boys more than you hang with me. And I need a shower. Can you let me shower? If you don't turn red back on, we're going to have serious issues. She emphasizes her message. Dom says, the boys don't make me have a mental breakdown. Oh, I've never seen so many showers. I know. I know her jail bunkies hate to see her coming, right? With all that stench. The word shower sounds weird now. Should we all just go shower? When your boyfriend has zero interest in showering with his girlfriend, take a hint. It's bad pizza. It's bad. Right? Showering at your own house. She doesn't have hot water. Why? I don't know. Natalie Shirilla didn't pay the bill. Just kidding. Something happened. I think the pipe, or maybe she didn't pay the bill. I don't know. How many messages has she sent without a response? Dude, too many. She says Dom says the boys don't make me have a mental breakdown. Kenzie said, oh my God, it's like you're trying to make me flip out. Turn red back on. Oh, you got a mental breakdown for your girl? Wait, for your girl? Ask him to come take a shower at your house because she has no hot water. Oh, she sends the same message twice. Dom says, yes. She says, turn red on. You don't want me to do what I'm going to do if you don't. Oh, you don't want me to do what I'm going to do if you don't. Is that a threat? She says, why are you being a dick? He says, you threatening me? Oh, yeah, it was a threat. That's crazy. I literally just said that. I said, oh, is that a threat? Oh, sorry, I left that comment up there. She says, Dom says, you threatening me? She says, like, turn it on right now. I'm coming to Trevor's. F you, you're trying to hurt me for no reason. See you soon. You're being a straight 𝗍𝗫𝗃 to me for no reason. You told me yesterday I can come shower at your house today. Turn your red back on right now. I'm effing coming. I can't believe you. You treat me so shitty just because you feel like it. What the F is wrong with you? Like, you don't keep your word with me ever. You always end up switching up. I know where Trevor lives, Dom. I'm about to walk over there. Maybe he'll let me shower. Dom says, I'm not at Trevor's. She says, then I'm coming to everyone's house to find out. Yo. Hey, Knox. Good to see you. She's like, I'm coming to every single one of your friends' house. Psycho. He sends a picture of, I don't know what that is. She says, you treat me like shit. Please? So you're just going to shower without me, then lie about leaving, then turn red off. Like, you're breaking my heart. You probably changed my contact too. You need to learn how to treat people that would do anything for you. Because if you keep treating me like this, I'm going to stop being nice AF to you. Because I should start treating you how you treat me so long ago. Now you're going to answer? How cute. Now you're not going to answer? How cute. Answer right now. She says, F you, I'm going to Lincoln's. When you're done being unloving and a dick, you can apologize to me. At least I have friends that care about me and will let me come shower at their house. If her mom says no, then I'm coming over to your house. Answer. WTF? She likes her own message. You're such an asshole. He says, what? She says, I'm coming over right now. I need a shower. And Lincoln's mom said no. Answer now. I need to shower right now. Oh, on D&D, I guess that means I'm just going to come. I need to shower. Dom says, I'm not home, so it doesn't matter. She says, you are rude. You really left again? Like, I told you I'm not showering without you being there. And we both know if I come over and shower now, you're not going to come back to your house like you always do. Go to your house. Like, you make this simple thing hard. Takes me like 30 minutes to shower. I'm sure you can be home for 30 so I can effing shower. Where are you? She says at 1:54 p.m. He says, I'm not home. She says, I know. You said that. Go home so I can shower. If I go to your house right now, will you come back soon? Why the F would you say you're not home again? Like, duh, what the F? You effing said that already. Like, why can't I come? Like, why can I never get more than the same 3 answers from you? You say more than no, okay, I'm not home. You better come back if I come to your house. Can you reply? Like, WTF? I'm going to your house right now, then I'm going to wait to shower y'all till you're back. Till you're back. She says, okay, question mark. She questions her own message. 10 question marks. Dom, answer so I can effing shower. I'm honestly so shocked on how you treated me today. This is probably the most mean you've been in a while. I for real thought you were going to be nice to me all the time. You need to answer right now. You're selfish, she says at 2:16 p.m. He says, go shower and smoke something. I'll come home later. She says, how much later? I'm not waiting all day. He says, I don't know. She says, I'm on my way. I'm serious. You better be back before it's late or we're going to have to talk about some shit. He said, can you just come later? She says, now. No. Patrick is here. That's why I wanted you to be here while I effing shower. Dom says, yeah, they weird. Kenzie says, yep, so now I can't even shower till you're here or until they leave. I'm just so mad. I want to be clean. Dom says, you should have showered the other day. How's everyone else showering? Kenzie said, no one is. Kenzie's not showering. Steve and Natalie aren't showering. Dude, go to the gym and fucking shower. Everyone's freaking out because YouTube feeds can only watch and subbed creators. I know, Reese. It's supposed to be YouTube's had an outage today. Everyone chill out. It's the Epstein files. Then go to their house. Yeah. Don't go breaking my heart. How clingy does one have to be to not be able to shower without someone? Dude. Listen. What a day without a shower are we on? I don't know how she kept this up. This is so degrading. It's like the 5th day of not showering or something, Reese. It's been a couple days. I can empathize with that part, but like also Dom's not responsible for you. Like, where's your their parents aren't showering? Okay, like go to a friend's house, go to a family member's house. What happened to all those stacks of money she took pictures with? It's $10 at Planet Fitness for a year. Kayla, let me call Planet Fitness because it looks like you're their new rep. Dad probably takes cold showers or boiled water for a shallow bath. Yeah, right? At least take a cold shower. Like, maybe like a 3-minute cold shower. You know how you do like cold baths? Like, why couldn't she just do that? Wait, is that what they're called? Like when you go into the tubs that are, yeah. Um, she says no one is. No one is showering at her house. They waiting for the machine. I'm not going to do that. Dom said, I said twice you could shower, but you didn't. She said, when? You said I can shower when they leave last night, and my mom goes to bed at 10 when I'm not at your house. The right thing to do is to come back here and stay here while I shower. Dom said, you just keep being so extra. I don't want to come back. She says, I'm not being extra. I'm just saying I want to shower. Just come back and stop being a dig. Dom says, I don't know if I'll come back today. Kenzie says, are you kidding me? Sends a screenshot. That's so rude. Like, if you don't come back, I can't shower. Dom says, well, I didn't want you to come that soon. She says, I don't care if you come back, grab shit and leave. Dom says, no, you lying. She says, you said go shower, so I went to your house. No, I'm not lying. Why would I lie? I like to keep my word. Smiley. Like, I won't care if you come back and leave if you're done with whatever you're doing at a reasonable time, so I can shower. Just come back so you can leave again and be back soon. I really want to shower, but I want you to be with me while I do. Dom, I'm taking a dab right now. Question mark, question mark. Can you reply fast? Like, I'm bored AF. I just want to effing shower. Dom says, can I chill with Sheen at 6? She says, yeah, I don't care. You never see him. If you come back right now, just come back now. Then you can just chill with Sheen whenever, LMAO. Dom, call me back. He says, if I'm not doing anything later, I'll pick you up. She says, okay. Oh, so she went over and showered. And then he said, and then she's back home and he says, if I'm not doing anything later, I'll shower. So he went over there at 3:20 and then at 6, he sent that. And she says, okay. She said, you got home just in time. He says, why is that? Oh, because it's 6. She said, yeah, LOL, perfect timing. And then at 8:36, she says, what are you doing, babe? He says, Sheen and Kyle just left. I still got to slide to Trevor's though. She said, oh, that's fine. You think you're going to be home before it's too late? If not, we can just chill early tomorrow. He says, I got to eat, then go there. So I don't know. We can probably smoke too. She says, what you want to do, babe? And that was at 9:05. And then she says, good night, babe, at 3:06 in the morning. So they ended up hanging out till 3:06. Then she says, babe, let's hang when you're up. Oh my God. Like, she texts him every day. And then she says, okay, good night at 3:06 a.m. And then literally at 11, she's like, let's hang again. Hey, Joey. She was that desperate. Use the sink. That's a cold one. The F. Yeah, I know. She's using the shower thing as a way to make Dom feel like he's abusing her. Fix the shower, Steve. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. They have no hot water. Something's wrong with their shite. Dom isn't even 21-year-old. He can't even buy a beer. Why is he more responsible than Steve, her dad? Yeah, and they have fakes. They have fake IDs. She said, babe, let's hang when you're up. He says, you can come, but you got to smell my armpit. Wait, what? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Mel, her daughter, her hair looks so dirty naturally. I agree. She's just greasy hair. That's what he said, I swear. He said, you can come, but you got to smell my armpit. And she says, I need to get ready. She puts an emoji and then says, I need to get ready real quick, then I'm a come. He says, don't come yet. She said, okay, what time? He says, you can come over at 12:11 p.m. She says, okay, I'm coming now. He says, look for meat thermometer. She says, where would it be? He said, drawers, or like where we put shit to dry, or on top of dishwasher maybe. She said, it's not in the drying spot or dishwasher. What drawer would it be in? He says, the top drawer with the one with the spatulas. Kenzie? Oh, wait. The one with the spatulas. So she must have been at his house. And then it jumps to the next morning on 5/9 at 7:21 a.m. Kenzie? She says, hi, babe. He sends some shoes. Black or white? She says, white. You wear more white than black. Are you getting those right now? He said, that's what I was thinking. I want a new bag too. What should I get? Kenzie says, what type of bag? Like a backpack? Dom says, yeah, or a messenger bag. Kenzie says, send me a website and I'll go through and pick one for you. Dom says, use any website. Kenzie said, like any designer? Tell me a price range. Dom said, under $700. I remember this from the first time, like, he's spending $700 on a bag for himself. Oh, he says under 100. 1,000. Wow. 1,000. Kenzie says, I thought Prada would have cute ones and they low-key girly bags and they over 1K. She sends a message. Screenshot of bags. Dom says, MCM has sales. She says, I'll go look there. She sends links to 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃. She said, that one is so cute. She sends more links. Or this one, but I know it's over 1K. Dom says, MCM silly. Kenzie says, I looked on there. I didn't like them. The link is bringing me to a website called Melon, LMAO, like WTF. Dom says, I don't know. She sends more links. She says, that's cute too. Dom says, is it a messenger bag? Like, does it have a long strap? Kenzie says, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Dom said, how much is it? Kenzie said, let me check. Dom said, I want a belt. Kenzie sends more links. He says, I want a belt and a slide and slides, maybe a new bag. Kenzie said, get a Fendi bag. You would look so... And Dom says, the bag you show me, I think would be a little too big. Then he sends a picture. She says, oh yeah, it is. That's like a whole computer bag. I'm looking at belts for you now. He says, yeah, find a belt. I think I'm gonna just cop slides and a belt. She says, okay, I found some. She sends a Gucci belt. More Gucci links. So this is how Kenzie got all of her stuff. Dom was supporting her. Dom would buy her rugs, her weed. He would buy her juicy tracksuits, her shoes, all of it. He would pay for everything. 1,000 for a bag, but Planet Fitness. I know, right? Will break the bank. And here I had a Target bag with garbage. Dude, Nini, I have a Target bag. It's all right, girl. I love me a good Target or TJ Maxx bag. Hi Lily, good to see you, love. Miss you. I'm not a big fan of like designer stuff, but maybe I don't know. I just find it's a waste of money, but she says she sends belts. He says, these ones I always wanted, but the sizing is weird. Kenzie said, what do you mean by that? Why isn't the sizing normal? Dom sends a screenshot and says, it has 5 holes and a different type of buckle. Like, I never know what size to get with that site. Kenzie said, what if you just get the size you think you are? And if it's wrong, you can return it. Let me look something up. She sends a size reference chart. He says, that's the length of the belt in inches, not waist sizes. Or some size tells you how long each part is. Kenzie says, look up Fendi belt sizing. There's a ton of pics. He says, you try. She said, I don't know what the right one is. I just looked it up. He says, I'm a 31. She says, okay. He said 30 to 31 probably. She says, I'm so confused right now. The red belt says 51.2 inches. Like, where do you pick your size? Oh my God. Dom said, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Kenzie said, just get the belt. And if it doesn't fit, return. You have 14 days to return it before you can't anymore. Dom says, maybe, but shipping is ass. She said, is it money or just takes a long time? Dom said, long time because it's probably not essential. And then I have to ship it back. Kenzie said, yeah, true. Low-key a pain. What are you doing today? He says, I don't know. I'm just chilling right now. She says, want to hang again today? He says, maybe. Depends what I'm trying to do. But yeah, let me work out, shower, and get some shit done. It's already noon. She says, okay, bet. At 2:18, she says, babe, let's watch the sunset tonight at Mapleside. Okay, we have to be hanging by 7. Sunset's around 8, so I want to be with you before. Dude, he doesn't want to watch the sunset. Hey, Tonilo, good to see you. How you doing? I don't know why, but the chimichanga, I think he was joking about the armpit thing. They're in the same place and they text each other. Yeah, they're in the same house and they're fighting and he's in the living room and then she's in his room. Could you imagine? Let me know if you've done that before. Talk about tóxicos. The quality of designer bags aren't even as good as we were led to believe. I saw it. Yeah, I'm over it, Kayla. I'm good with my Target bag. I've never been able to buy a bag for, let alone spend. No, Reese. We got to pay for other stuff. If I have $1,000 for a designer bag, I'm going to have a chip instead. I refuse to buy designer and give those child predators. It's my money. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, the child grapers, like Balenciaga with their weird ads and children in them. She said, sun sets around 8, so I want to be with you before. Dom says, I might be done with my shit soon. Kenzie says, bet. Dom said, it's cold today. Let's just do Mapleside a different day because my tires are effed up too. Kenzie said, okay, can we still hang soon at 5:10 p.m.? She says, question mark, question mark, question mark. Dom? Dom says, let's just hang a little later. I'm still doing shit and haven't showered. She says, gay, okay. I wanted to go, but it's cool. Just make it up to me tonight. She says that at 6:33. She says, what are you doing now at 7:42? The sun is about to set if you still want to go. Dom says, let's go a day. It's nice. I want to get food soon. Maybe I can pick you up. She says, can you soon? I'm really bored. He says, I'll try. She says, or can you just come now? I really want to hang. Dom says, I'll come soon. Big moves. She says, okay. He says, what food should I get? She says, I don't know. I just ate and everything sounds gross. LOL. Dom says, damn. She said, just get food real quick, then come get me. LOL. Dom says, okay. She says, please try to come fast though. Like now? Question mark. Dom says, I'm at Chick-fil-A. She says, can you scoop me when you're on the way home? He says, can I go hang out with Angelo and Ashish and Trev? And then she questions her on message. She sends a bunch of emojis. Dom says, Trev's parents aren't home. Kenzie said, so? Dom said, so we're all trying to kick it there, drink a little and blaze. Kenzie says, if I say yes, can you let me hang early tomorrow? And if you drink, be careful. He says, I would probably go anyways if you said no, to be honest. He says, LMAO. She says, yeah, I know. He sends an emoji. She said, thanks for letting me know. Now, can I come over tomorrow? He says, I have 2 big things to do. Kenzie says, I don't really care. Can I come over early tomorrow? He says, then yeah. She says, I'm low-key annoyed because I thought we were chilling. Oh my God, the sun's that we were eating, chilling. Oh my God, the sunset. Then you said, let's do it another day. Now we can't even hang tonight, but it's whatever. Like 2 big things tomorrow before we hang. Can you just talk on the phone real quick? Dom, LMFAO, guess what I did? She says at 9:11 p.m. He says, what? She said, there's a thing where you can send someone an anonymous text that says a sexual partner you had tested positive for STD. And I just put Jada's number in it. Want to see the text you get? I'll send you one. Dom says, LOL. She says, great reply. Sad face. He says, what do you mean? Kenzie said, that was so dry. LMAO. I said hella and you just said LOL. I thought you would think it's funny. She says, what's up now at midnight? He said, we're still at Trev's. I'm on 1%. My phone might die. Kenzie said, charge it, babe. Text me when you're up. She says the next morning at 10:57 a.m. He says, I'm up, babe. She says, how was last night, baby? And can we still hang after you do 2 things? Dom says, it's Mother's Day. Kenzie said, I know. So we can't hang now? Dom said, we can. Kenzie said, so are we still hanging after you do those 2 things? Dom says, yeah. She says, okay, yay. Dom says, what should I eat? She said, like breakfast food? French toast, maybe? Dom says, I'm just going to make a bagel. She says, LMAO. Okay, babe. I didn't know that was a bagel emoji. Dom says, LMAO. She says, are you going to get stuff done soon? Dom says, yeah. Your dad is really good with art, so would he be able to do graphic designing? Kenzie says, he worked at Channel 3 as graphic designer. He can do that. Dom says, yeah, I think I remember you telling me that. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get a license to open a vape shop, and if I need any graphic designing, I'll pay him to do it. Kenzie says, oh my God, that's dope AF. A good idea, too. What do you have to do to get a license? Dom said, I don't know, for real. I'm going to have my mom do it since she's a lawyer. But after that, I just need a spot to lease. And then I'm going to start getting the products in. Kenzie says, I know you're going to be really good at that because you already low key own your own business. LOL, I can just work at your vape shop too. Dom says, you can work at OnlyFans. Kenzie says, what is that? Wait, N-word. Are you telling me to make an OnlyFans? Dom sends a link. She says, what is that? Are you going to be done soon? He said, yeah, I had to do something extra. She said, okay, are you going to be scooping or do you want me to get a ride? Question mark. He says, you can get a ride when I'm home. Kenzie says, you said soon and it's been more than soon. When are you going to be home? Question mark, question mark. You left me on red, babe. Dom says, I'm about to be home. I don't like when you do this. Kenzie said, do what? I'm not spamming you at all. I'm being chill AF. Are you home? She says, at 2:53 p.m. He says, yeah, you can come. She says, okay, bet, I'm on the way. And that's at 2:58 p.m. 7:00 p.m. She says, where are you at, babe? Dom? He says, coming. She says, okay. Where are you? LOL, I can just come to you. I want to do something. I'm really bored. He says, I'm super mad. She says, oh, why? Sad face. Where you go, though? Did I do something? Dom says, no, I'm just mad. Kenzie says, can you come back here after you eat? I'm really bored. She questions her own message. Dom, where are you? Dom, I'm low-key getting annoyed. He says, yeah, I've been mad. She said, I don't know why you do this shit to me. I've been asking you to smoke for like 5 hours. Why do you have to make me think this is my fault? Dom said, it's not. It's my fault. And it pisses me off more because I'm just toxic AF. Leave me alone. It's not your fault. And now I'm just way more mad. So good. Look, thanks for trying to make me not mad for your amusement. She says, what the F? Why are you looking at it like that? For my amusement? I mean, yeah, when I come to your house, I expect to hang with you, not be in the other room. This is wild. I know I was just going to come back and see what you guys were saying about the OnlyFans. Looks like he was like, get your ass on there. Don't you have a mother's on Mother's Day? Yeah, and Dom really cared about his mom, so he like wants to spend time with her. She begs to go over, then she's bored because he's in another room hanging out. Yeah. Stop saying soon. I know. It's his idea. I bet Kenzie is bored AF today. Yeah. That picture of her. She says, you know, the one from jail. She says, yeah, I mean, when I come to your house, I expect to hang with you. Why are you trying to make this an argument? Like, we could easily just smoke a blunt and chill right now, and you would probably be in a better mood. You just told me this isn't my fault, then you say that. Like, it makes no sense. He says, I'm just getting more annoyed. So she's at his house. He's mad. It's not her fault, but it is her fault. It's a very toxic cycle. She said, this isn't fair to me. You can't just take your anger out on me, sad face. Like, at least let me hit the blunt too. Dom says, the shell has a crack through it. And no, I didn't at all. I stayed alone till you bothered me. Because he says, you did when I came to see what's up. That's not bothering. I can bring you more woods if you want. So are you rolling a blunt, yes or no? He says, the shell has a crack through it, so not right now. She said, so can I take a dab? Do you think I'll be not high anymore before you roll up? Never mind. I honestly might just leave because this is giving me anxiety. She says at 8:24 p.m. Do you think you're going to be cool soon? Because I'm not trying to wait for you to not be mad for much longer. Dom says, if you go home, just let me know or leave a pack of the backwoods outside Angelo's door. She says, I can bring you woods right now. If that will help you not be mad anymore because I'm trying to hang. I've been alone in here for way too long. Dom, answer. He says, yeah, set a pack outside the door. Dark stout or Russian. She said, okay, I'll just bring both just in case, but can we hang soon? Like, it's about to be 9 and I've been waiting for so long. Like, this is upsetting me. Dom says, set the pack outside the door. It don't matter which ones. She questions her message. Can we hang soon? He says, maybe. She says, I just seen Audrey on my For You page on TikTok, and now I'm mad low key. I hate seeing her ugly ass face so much. Like seeing her just makes me in such a bad mood. And can you say yes or no? Because if we're not hanging by 9, I'm probably going to leave soon because I've been waiting too long. Wow. She's over there. He doesn't want to hang with her. He's in a different room. She's going to go buy him stuff, leave it at the door. Like, what the hell? She's only allowed in his living room. Yeah, but Dom is saying if you're going to harass me all day and night, then come over. I'm going to be doing other shit. But she's surprised when he's not chilling with her. He's avoiding her like the plague. I don't get it. He says probably leave then. Oh wait, what? He says probably leave then. She says WTF. I know I didn't just wait since 6 for you to say probably just leave. It's 8:42 p.m. She says, "How are you still even mad? Like nothing has happened. This shit makes me so upset. Like it isn't fair." Dom says, "How is Topher always sad?" "I don't know, but it isn't fair." Kenzie said, "I'm talking about me and you, not Toph. Stop effing being mad and just hang with me. Like 2 hours of my day were wasted by sitting in your own room. Just let me effing come in Angelo's or you come in here. Like I've been so chill with everything and then you get mad and then you don't hang out with me when I'm already at your house. Like I can't even just come into Angelo's or you're going to tell me you're more mad because I bothered you. Like this shit isn't cool." Okay. Dom, I swear to God, if you smoke that wood without me, it's time to hang now. I have now waited 3 hours. Dom says, I don't want to hang at 9 o'clock p.m. She says, 3 effing hours. N word. Dom says, it has not been 3 hours. She said 6 to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 hours. Scroll up when I first asked you, where you at? Like, I swear you only do this with me. If Angelo and Smeesh came in there, you would be all hype and happy. I did nothing to you. Yet you have just been mad for 3 effing hours. Like, you're acting like a DICK for real. This isn't cool at all. He says, no, I would leave. And you're being mean. Kenzie says, I'm mean? What? You've been such a dick for 3 hours. You being mad is not my fault. What the F is wrong with you? Oh, there you go. If you hang with any other people here and be nice to them, we're going to have an issue. You can't just be mean to me, then nice to everyone else. N word. Dom says, what? She says, what do you mean, what? You've been such an asshole for 3 hours when I've done nothing but be nice. Like, how can you just do this? It's effed up. Dom says, do you think I want to? She says, I come in to check on you, then you say I'm bothering you. If you don't want to, then effing don't. Like, you don't know how effing mad I am. My day is wasted. Dom says, okay, then leave. She says, I wanted to watch the effing sunset with you, but you keep saying shit about your tire. Like the tire isn't an issue when you do sales all day. Why is it an issue when I want to go to the beach with you or Boone or anything? Like I'm effing shaking. Literally left you alone too. Like WTF. How am I supposed to make you like not mad? I leave you alone and you're still a dick. I left you alone for 3 hours. Dom says, leave me alone. She says, like I'm in your room. No N-word. Dom says, till I'm not mad. And then I won't be mad anymore. Kenzie says, clearly leaving you alone doesn't work because I left you alone for 3 hours and you're still mad. How long is it going to take? 4 effing days? Like, I shouldn't be upset over someone treating me like this when it's not even my fault. I bring you a wood and you're still a dick. Like, why can't we be having fun? I wanted to have fun today because you bailed on me last night for the boys. But I guess not. Dom says, because now you're being mean. She says, I don't care anymore. You made me wait 3 hours for nothing. For nothing. Like, what's the effing point? You're mad for no reason and you're taking it out on me. None of this shit is my fault. None. She says at 9:12 p.m. I'm coming in Angelo's. Where the F are you? Dom says, I got picked up. Wow. Hey, Green-Eyed. Wow. She's actively holding his bedroom hostage. Is that when Miss Russo was sick? Um, I don't think she gets sick, yes, yet. Hey, Miss Cleo. Wow. He left. She thought he was in Angelo's room the whole time, and he wasn't even in there. Oh my gosh, I can't. Mm, that is so messed up. He says, I got picked up. She says, F you. Really? You are such an effing DICK. Dom said, no, I'm just kidding. I went on a walk. Oh, okay. She says, you really left? He said, I'm by Blair's house. She said, no, it's not funny. WTF. He says, why? She says, N-word, why? I'm going to come effing find you. Dom says, I can't go on a walk. She said, how about that? We could have went together. That would have been fun. Dom says, no, I'll just go further. She says, but you only think about you, ever. Dom said, well, I'm mad, so I can't. She said, I'm going to walk to Blair's. Where the F are you? I'm for real about to come. He says, no, I don't want to drive with this. I don't want to drive with this now. She says, too bad. This is what happens when you're a dick. Answer. Now. Now you want to play hide and seek? She says, I'm by Blair's. She loves her on message. Dom says, I'm not at Blair's. It's cold. Just walk home. Kenzie said, so if I knock on his door right now, you won't be there? Dom says, swear to God, I'm not there. LMAO. Kenzie says, I don't believe you. Yeah, I'm cold AF and you're being a dick. He says, swear to God. She said, no, my socks are all wet and shit. Dom says, you should have just stayed there. I don't know why you left. Kenzie said, to find you because you're an effing dick. Like, you only play these annoying ass games with me. I swear. I bet if I scream right now, you'll be able to hear me because I'm probably close to you. Answer now. Dom says, you won't. No. She says, you are mean. I don't know why I put up with you doing this every 4 days. You act bipolar AF. I'm not leaving till I find you. F you. I swear you act more childish than me. You're the most childish person I know. Dom says, no, I went and grabbed the whip. I'm sorry. She says, so you left me here walking? F you. I hate you. You're a liar. You effing left me out here. F you. I told you I'm cold and my socks are wet. Dom says, I didn't know you were walking. Kenzie said, I told you I was. F you. You effing DICK. You really left me out here walking when I'm told you I'm cold and my socks are wet. You effing left me. I swear, everyone in my life just treats me like shit. It's always the people you love the most that F you over the hardest. And then you just don't care at all. You never cared. Like, when have you ever told me about you never tell me about anything you do. It's always me telling you what I do. You're such an effing liar. I can't even type. My hands are so effing cold. I was looking for you, and then you just effing go home and get your stupid ass car. No, I don't have to do the walk of shame all the way back to your house because you're a dick. Dom says, go back to my house. I didn't know you'd leave. She says, I'm going back now, you effing a-hole. You better effing come back before we have a serious issue. We already have a serious issue, actually. And this issue has nothing to do with me because I'm nothing but nice to you. I'm sick of getting treated like shit. You can't pick and choose when you want to be nice to me and love me. It's either all the time or never. I do so much for you and I get shit like this in return. You know, you took your anger out on me today for what? I heard you being nice to Angelo and then through the wall. If you don't come back in 5 minutes, we're going to have an issue. Okay, fine. Fake N-word. He says, sorry, I can't control how I feel. She says, maybe if you put 0.1% effort, it would help. That's better than what you're doing now. I swear to God, if you don't come back, then we're going to have issues. Dom said, since you made it a big deal, I don't want to come back. You should have just left me alone or went home. She says, no, F you. I was happy and excited to hang with you. Then you do this. Like, why are you so mean to me? I do nothing but love you. I just get shit on. and I get shit in like every day. Oh, shit on every day. You leave me on red, ignore me, and are so mean. Like, I deserve nothing but love, and I'll keep saying it till I get it. Like, you don't even know how bad I feel walking all cold in soggy socks. You only care about yourself. Oh my God. That was like 2,800 messages before he even replies. I was wondering what is happening. She's walking with wet socks. This is how she's typing. That's mean to call him bipolar. I know, because he was having issue. How does she get to Blair's? Walking. I fight her girl. She's obsessive. How her parents aren't concerned with her behavior is alarming. They don't know about her behavior, or they're choosing to ignore it. This bee is crazy. Oh, this is nothing. Gets worse. Now she's hunting him down. Yeah, if you go to your friends, I'll be right there waiting for you, right outside their door, like a crazy stalker bee. And then people's family have to like call the police because there's some weirdo in their driveway. You know what I mean? She'd done been blocked if I was Dom, said Ramon. Ramon, what if you're in love with her? Look at all the green, right? Like, he finally responds and Dom says, I did, but I didn't know you would come. She says, I told you I was. I told you I was cold. I told you my socks were all wet and you didn't care. You just kept thinking about you. Dom says, I told you to go home because it's cold. Kenzie said, what a great way to help. Like, you got your effing car. You could have scooped me so I didn't freeze. I'm still cold. I swear you treat me so bad. Dom says, I wasn't close. I been had my car. She says, so you lied? Dom says, you would have been in cold longer. No, I didn't. She said, honestly, this is effed up. Dom says, I just already had the car then. Kenzie said, no, you didn't. When I left, your car was here. You could have got me when I was in the cold. But no, you just let me walk back. Dom says, I didn't think it was. Kenzie says, I do N-word, and then I come back all crying and everyone had to see. What a great day. I swear everyone just F's me over. Like, when has life did me right? Never. Dom says, yeah, that's why I can't come back. Kenzie says, I get cheated on, lose friends, stressful family, online school. Like, life just sucks. And you're too PUSSY to come back and face the issue. You can't even apologize for effing me over today. And don't you say you didn't, because you did. Dom said, all I did was want to be left alone for a while, but you had to make it a big deal. I did, actually. Kenzie says, it's a big deal when you take your anger out on me when it's not my fault. No, you don't. No, you didn't. If you say sorry, it means nothing. Dom says, I didn't. I was just keeping to myself, alone. Kenzie says, sorry will never mean anything to me. You did, actually. Come back and be mature. It's never too late to start being mature. Dom says, you're not being mature either. Kenzie says, I'm being way more mature than you. I'm always more mature than you. You can never admit you're wrong. You're always so mean to me. Dom says, I'm not wrong. I'm not right. Kenzie said, like, it makes my anxiety go off. You're wrong. Dom says, you're wrong too. She says, how? Question mark. Tell me how. Dom says, because you say things, not how they happened. Kenzie says, so you didn't get mad at me, then tell me you're mad, then make me leave you alone for 3 hours? She says, I hate my life so much at 10:00 p.m. Like, what did I do what do I have to do for people to treat me good? I shouldn't even have to ask myself that shit. Dom says, I don't know if I'm going to come home for real. She says, if you don't, you're a PUSSY and immature. It will just prove my point. You can't face your issues. You keep treating me like shit. Dom says, I guess I'm a PUSSY. Kenzie said, every couple days. Okay, then I'm coming over tomorrow morning. Then we can talk, because we need to talk. If you're at Kyle's or Carl's, we're going to have real beef. I will trash Carl's whole house if you're there. Dom says, I'm neither of those places. I'm alone. She said, where are you? Also, I'm not forgiving you until you apologize to my face. Dom says, for what? She says, for what? Damn, maybe you should be out there alone right now. Gives you time to think about how you do me wrong all the time. I'm going to dip after I'm done talking to Angelo and I took a dab. Dom says, I was trying to be alone for a little because when you're mad, you want to be alone and then you didn't let me. You did for a little. Kenzie said, 3 hours is a long time, LOL. Next time something like this happens, I'll just give you space because it's not worth the fight. Dom says, this happens all the time though. She says, no, it doesn't. Next time it happens, I'm just going to leave the room or go home. Dom says, okay. And Kenzie says, and honestly, today confused me a lot because we were cuddling, having fun. Then you left for food. Then all of a sudden you were mad. Dom says, what time are you leaving? Kenzie says, can you stop being rude? I'm about to leave right now. Can you reply to what I'm saying? Like, it's rude when you reply like that. Dom said, I wasn't trying to be rude. She says, why did you get mad today? Dom says, did you leave yet? My car's been running for too long. She says, just come back right now. My mom's on the way. I'm probably going to be gone before you're even back, LMAO. Dom says, did you dip? At 10:35 p.m. She said, yes, Dom. Like, next time you get mad, I'm just not going to let it get this bad and leave. Mad Dom is not the way to go. Happy babe is a lot better. Are you home? She says. He says, yeah. She said, oh, good. Did you see what I did? Dom said, what was it? She says, I made your bed. Kenzie, it's not a big deal to make the bed. Like, I do it every morning. Like, yeah, please so I don't have to walk in soggy socks. Soggy socks. You're funny, Abby. Why didn't he leave her? I know. I know. She says, I made your bed. Can we hang today? Can we hang? Okay, that was at 10:43 a.m. She says, can we hang today? So it's the next morning, May 11th. Can we hang today? I'm trying to do some shit with you for like 2 days. She questions her own message. Text back. He says, sorry, I ate an edible before I went to bed. She said, it's okay, LOL. Do you want to do something fun today? Dom says, maybe in a little bit. She says, how long is a little bit for you? I kind of want to shower and shave. Dom says, I don't know. That's the key of a little bit. She says, can we just chill now? Question mark. He says, let me get up and do a couple things. It's 2:27 p.m. He sends a screenshot, says, my phone just started updating earlier. Kenzie says, do you have automatic update? And do you think you will be done by 4? I really don't want to wait too long. He says, no, I think I clicked it. She says, oh, do you not want an update or something? She questions her previous message. Question mark. Can you not leave me on red? Like, I don't know how you just accidentally leave me on red 40 times a day. Dom says, it might just be when I put my phone in my pocket because I have no passcode. She said, it for real just stresses me out. And do you think you will be done by 4? I really don't want to wait too long. Dom says, I just got up at 1. I don't like to be chilling at day. She says, what do you mean? Dom says, I don't like to chill all day. I'd rather chill halfway through. Kenzie said, 4 is halfway. I do not want to wait, Dom. Like, every time I wait to hang out with you, you either bail for Angelo and them or just ignore me till 9. And I don't like coming over at 9 at all. Can I just come with you today or something? Like, my anxiety is bad AF and I really don't want to wait. Question mark. He says, I've only been up for 2 hours. She said, I don't know what that has to do with anything I said. Like, I want to do something fun with you. I've been trying to do this for days. Like, can we just please chill at 4? Dom says, why does it have to be at 4? Because Kenzie says, because 4 is soon and I'm trying to do something early before it gets dark or before a sheesh or someone is over at your house. Dom says, Blair needs to come over too. She says, can you please just put me before Blair? Dom says, he needs to give me something. Kenzie said, so I can't be there when he gives you something? Like, I wanted to do something fun yesterday, but I ended up doing nothing. Like, I want today to be fun. Dom says, you're already aggravating me. She says, how? He says, you keep spazzing on me for nothing. She says, I'm not spazzing. I'm trying to hang with you early so we can actually have fun. Do you want to talk on the phone so you can hear me? And you know that I'm not spazzing? Like, be nice. I told you I have bad anxiety today, Dom. Don't say I'm spazzing when I'm not. Dom says, this is you spazzing right now. She says, why are you so mean to me? I'm not even going to try to explain myself because you're just going to get mad and then ignore me. Why can't you be nice to me? Like, I have bad effing anxiety today, and that's how you're going to treat me? I'm just trying to hang with you. Okay, fine. Just leave me on red, I guess. You need to stop treating me like this ASAP. This is when I feel like you just try to upset me so I have an excuse. So you have an excuse not to hang with me. Like, it's not fair. You can't just mess with my emotions. Dom says, I'm not. Kenzie said, I don't know what's been up with you lately. It's been making me really upset. Just let me come over now. And there's no effing reason to be on D&D either. Don't make me flip out. Like, you do this to me, then ignore me. Don't get off iMessage. Dom says, I don't know what's been up with you lately. Your filter is off. Kenzie said, just text back for a sec. What filter? I just effing said, don't get off chat. And you do it away. Like, I'm trying to get in more than one thought before you ignore me for another 10 minutes. And yeah, my filter's gone because I'm just sick of you treating me like pure shit whenever I try to hang or talk to you. If you let Blair come over before me, I'm going to be so effing upset. Why are you still on D&D? Like, you're just trying to make me flip out. Can you just be nice to me today? Like, today's a day I need you to be nice. Dom, answer. I really can't believe you're okay with making me feel this way. It's 3:47 p.m. She says, I'll see you at 4. Answer. He says, I can't believe you just stress me out so much. Wow. She's got abandonment issues. It's way more than abandonment issues. Um, she hated all his friends. She always said mean things about them. He says, I can't believe you just try to stress me out so much. Kenzie says, I'm not trying to stress you out. I'm just trying to hang, like I said. Dom said, Blair hit me up once this morning, let me do my thing, didn't say anything about forgetting about him. And when I get home, I'm gonna hit him up and let him slide, and it's only 4:30. Dom said, let me know, let me hang when you're home. That's what Dom said. Kenzie says, let me hang when you're home. Dom said, I could have let you slide too, but you gotta stress me out. Kenzie says, Dom, WTF. Just let me come over when you're home. I'm already over it. Dom says, no. She says, you're really gonna be like this? Dom says, because you don't know how to wait. Kenzie says, Dom, whenever I wait, you bail on me. Dom said, you just keep pushing it, making me text you. You just keep pushing it, making me text you hella. Kenzie says, I don't want to get bailed on. Dom said, when you could just let me chill and do my thing for a sec, and then I'll do fun shit with you. Kenzie says, okay, I will go do that. Dom said, because it's harder to get shit done when I have to text you and call you hella. That's why I go on D&D, You don't know what I'm doing. I could be talking to a guy worth 100K. I could be reading. I could be doing a lot of things. I don't need you up my ass just to hang out. My time is worth money. I'll let you know when I have time. She says, okay, I will leave you alone. Just promise to hang with me at a normal time. Dom says, you didn't leave me alone though. You never do. Kenzie says, Dom, I told you I'm having bad anxiety today. I can't control it sometimes. I'm chilled out a little now because I smoked. Are you going to let me come soon? I just took one of your sales. He said, what? She says, I sold Joe weed. Dom says, LMAO, bet. Kenzie said, I didn't even give him a full 8th. Can we hang at 7? 4 question marks. Dom says, maybe. I'm driving right now. She says, I made $25 and gave him like 1.5. When you're home, please let me come. He says, maybe. She says, please, yes, at 6:37 p.m. Then 7:05, she says, can we chill now? He says, I'm still not home. She says, or in 30? Okay, when you're home then. What are you doing right now? Dom? He says, I'll let you come in a little. She says, yay. Babe, soon? You said in a little, babe, can I come now? She questions his message. Dom says, I'm eating dinner. She said, can I just come now? You said in a little and it's been a little, LOL. He says a little more at 8:26 p.m. She says sideways face. After you eat? I told you I don't want to wait all day. Dom? He says, yeah, you can come. She said, on my way. And that was at 8:43 p.m. Then she says, babe, should I sell or keep this jacket? And this is the next day around noon. He says, I like it, but I never seen you wear it, so probably sell it. How are you today, babe? He says. Kenzie says, I like it too, but it's just hard to wear. I'm just chilling. I had a dream that my mom had another baby again. Ugh, that's not a dream. That's a nightmare. Hey, illusions. She's such a dumb bee. You guys, it blows my mind. Like, it's a controlling thing, obsessive thing. Like, why does she feel the need to be with him every minute of the day? Like, it's beyond obsessed, beyond crazy, beyond controlling. I almost feel like she puts herself into like an episode when she's not like with him. Oh, that sounds good. How exhausting it must have been for Dom. Wow, I couldn't imagine dealing with this every day. That's what I'm saying. Crazy and deranged, where her father at? Oh, MSM. Clearly, you have not heard the phone calls with Steve Shirilla. We call him Steve-O. Who would procreate with, dude, I don't know. She never got love as a daughter. Daddy wasn't there, and mama always dogged dad. It's crazy. She says, I just had a dream my mom had another baby. Dom says, I feel like that could mean something. Kenzie said it does. Dom says, I had a dream where my cousin got shorter and fat. Kenzie says, LOL. Dom said, it was really funny, but I felt bad. Kenzie sends an attachment of a text message. She says, you trying to do some shit today? He says, yeah, we might go to Beechwood Mall with one of my trap homies. She said, oh my God, really? Oh my God, I never been there. They got so much dope shit. He says, yeah, but you can't go. She says, are you for real? He says, I'm kidding. She said, I was about to be so mad. I was like, N-word, you just said we can. He says, LOL. Kenzie says, we still don't have hot water. Damn. They've been out of hot water for like a week. I mean, you guys' comments. What day is she on? We are on the 12th, May 12th. Kenzie says, we still don't have hot water. Like, we redid my whole bathroom and I just want to take a long ass shower. Dom says, what should I wear today? She said, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Want to just FaceTime? She says, I'm wearing black jeans, I think. Dom says, nah, not right now. She said, wear some jeans. Want to hang soon? She questions her own message. She says, babe, text back. Dom says, I was seeing if I can get my tires changed. Kenzie says, oh, can you do it? Or is it closed too? Dom says, they're getting tires in tomorrow. Dom says, oh, they're getting tires in tomorrow. Kenzie says, oh, bet. Well, are you trying to hang out now? She sends a link to something. She says, should I buy these M&Ms? I think it's worth it. Dom says, LMAO. Kenzie says, can I come over now, babe? At 3:08 p.m. She says, please, babe. Dom says, no, not right now, babe. I don't need food. She says, can I come get food? Oh, he says, no, not right now, babe. I need food. She says, can I come get food with you or some shit? Are we going to go shopping today? Dom says, no. She says, no to both. He says, we ain't going shopping. And no to food too. She says, I thought we were going to do something fun today. He says, yeah, but now I'm all mad and hungry. I got to deal with that. She said, okay, that's fine. After you eat, you can still try to do something fun with me today. He said, yeah, but don't start blowing me up or throw a fit. Kenzie says, I told you I'm just going to leave you alone when you're mad. Kenzie said, just don't hit me up late AF. He says, no promises. And that was at 3:23. And then at 4:39, she says, what's up now? She questions her on message. Is he leaving soon? 6 question marks. Dom, answer, for real. Dom says, we've been ballin'. She says, when is he leaving? Soon? Question mark. Can't ask me if I was with you, then posted a pic with Elijah. Oh, Kate. She did a typo. Kenzie says, Kate asked me if I was with you, then posted a pic with Elijah. If we go right now, we can make it to the sunset too. Dom, you could have just at least told me we can't chill tonight. Dom says, oh, I seen that. I mean, it's late, but we could chill for a little bit. I could probably even swoop and go smoke. She says, we can do that. Like, I understand you were bawling, but you could have checked in on me a little. Can you come scoop right now? He said, not right now. She said, when then? Like, we both said it's already late. Like, today was annoying AF, but did I spam you? No, I didn't. I just kept being annoying to myself. It's literally about to be 10 and you're still saying not right now when you just said, I mean, it's late. We could probably chill and go smoke. Dom says, yeah, I meant like around 10, but it's cool. She said, what's cool? Dom said, everything. She said, that makes no sense. I don't get why we can't hang before 10. I feel like if I wait to 10, you're just not going to hang with me. Dom says, we can maybe hang at 10. Kenzie says, you just said we can hang out and you could probably scoop. Like, really? This is so effing annoying. I wait to hang all day, then this shit happens. Dom says, I said we could probably hang out. What do you mean? I said probably hang, probably swoop. Chill. Kenzie says, adverb, almost certainly, as far as one knows or can tell. Almost certainly. Dom says, okay, well, I'm gonna go with that maybe then. She says, WTF? You can't just take back what you already said. We talked about this last night, Dom. Dom says, what do you mean? She says, like literally, we had a whole deep convo. Dom says, I'm cool on this right now. Kenzie says, you can't just say that. Like, I'm upset. Dom said, it's not that deep. Kenzie says, it is when right in the morning you say we might go to the mall, then you get me excited, then we end up not going, then I have to wait past 10 to finally maybe hang out with you when I've been waiting. Like, you can't just get my hopes up and say probably, then change it to maybe, and when you say maybe, it's a no. Dom says, my day didn't go as planned either. I didn't get anything done or even have fun either, so relax. Like I just said, it's not that deep. Kenzie said, if it's not that deep, then just let me come over right now. He says, no. She said, I'm about to be so mad at you. Like, what are you trying to do? You tell me we can hang after I finally get a hold of you at 9. Then you just say no. Like, this stresses me out. Do not do this shit to me. Like, my heart is racing. Dom says, Kenzie, it's not that deep. Look, let's just chill. Maybe we can chill in a little. Kenzie says, Dom, I'm going to wait. Then you're probably just going to tell me no. Like, I do not like that feeling. And who knows what a little is in your mind. It's always different time. Dom says, if I knew the exact time of a little, then I would say a little. But yeah, I'm getting tired anyways. Kenzie said, so are we hanging soon? Yes or no? Dom says, no. And I'll let you know if I end up wanting to. She said, thanks for getting my hopes up, then telling me no. Dom says, I told you no, so then I can say yes if I want to. Kenzie says, can you call me at 10:42 p.m.? She says, now that you just hung up on me, I'm coming to smoke that wood. I don't know why you think this is funny. It's not at all. Laughing at doing someone wrong is effed up. If you don't let me come, I'm going to be pissed. Like, now that you just hung up on me, I'm coming to smoke that wood. She liked her on message. She says, are you trying to make me upset today or something? He says, no, there isn't that much though. She says, what isn't there much of? OMFG, like, why do you tell me I can effing come, then you just do this? Like, it makes me so mad. Answer right now. You're being a dick for no reason. Like, did that convo mean nothing? Dom says, I said that because you weren't saying anything. You weren't saying anything, being awkward on the phone. Kenzie says, you don't tell me I can effing come. Like, what is wrong with you? Then you just hang up on me. I'm coming. He says, no. She says, yes. Dom says, why do you do this? She says, why do you do this? Dom says, I'll dip my N-word right now. She says, you F me over 30 times a week. You get my hopes up, then tell me no. You ditch me. Like, how hard is it? I let you ignore me all day. And then I get this? It's like you don't even care. You can hurt me so easily. It's not fair. Dom says, it's not that deep. Kenzie says, it is now. If you F me over, we're going to have issues. And I'm coming over early tomorrow. You can't just get away with doing this. Dom says, it's not. She says, Dom, I'm not even joking right now. If you don't come, we're going to have an issue. You can just make me cry, then sit there. You can't just make me cry and then sit there and then continue to be rude AF. Dom, I swear to God, you're so effing mean. Like, why don't you listen to anything I effing say? Next time I try to have an important convo with you, I'm going to make sure you listen. So are you going to still F me over? And it's literally 11:05 at night. She says, answer. He says, I don't like when you say that. I'm not effing you over. Kenzie says, yes, you are. I don't like when you do this to me. See, if you didn't do this, I wouldn't say you're effing me over. Let me effing come. You effing asked if I wanted to. You make me wait all day. Then you do this. Like, this is why I don't like to wait anymore. Because you always do some shit like this. And it makes me have so much anxiety and you don't even care. Like, how many times do I have to tell you this hurts and gives me anxiety for you to listen? Let me come over. Are you just not going to answer? If you're smoking that wood without me, I'm going to be so mad. This is some fake ass shit. Really? I know you didn't leave me on red at 11:10 p.m. Dom finally responds and says, no, we chill another day. I didn't send it by accident. Kenzie said, wow. Keep showing your true colors, Dom. Keep showing me how easy it is for you to treat me like shit. I'm effing sick of it. Dom said, it's not that deep. She says, stop saying that. Dom said, because it isn't. Kenzie says, I don't care, the first or the second. Why would you think I would care of the third? You treat me like effing shit. You get my hopes up and F me over. She says, I'm about to pull up on you right now at 11:12 p.m. He says, why? He says, I left. She says, you're lying, smiley. It's funny. Like, when you treat me like shit, I'm just going to do the same to you so you know how I feel. So if me coming makes you upset, then I'm just going to come. He says, I left though. She says, you're lying though. He says, I'm not. She says, like, when are you going to learn? I mean, it's late, but we could probably chill for a little. I could probably even swoop and we can go smoke. I mean, she sends the same message 2 times. She says, then you can just do it with Bernie. You are literally so disrespectful. Dom says, why are you calling me? She says, if you go on D&D, I'm going to be at your house in 3 seconds because you're a dick and you treat me like shit. Like, is it fun? Dom said, I left though. She says, do you have fun doing this to me? Dom says, no. She says, I know you're making a play right now and I'm coming over after you do that. Then why do you do it whenever you feel like it? Dom says, no. She says, yes, smiley, I am. And if I'm not coming over, and if not, I'm coming over early tomorrow and we're going to do something fun without you being mean or without you telling me 49 reasons why we can't go to any of the 5 places I asked to go. You owe me an apology for today. I'll take it in person. Dom says, I have to get new tires tomorrow. She said, looks like I'm coming with you. Dom says, and if I don't want to chill, I don't chill. You shouldn't complain. She says, we chillin'. Well, when you tell me 3 different times today that we can hang and then you F me over, I'm gonna complain. You need to effing apologize or I'm going to show up at your house. I'm effing coming over tomorrow and we're going to do something after you get your tires fixed. Dom says, I'm sorry we didn't chill. She says, wow, great. How many times do I tell you that sorry doesn't mean anything? Like, why do I have to tell you to apologize? You should just know. I'm honestly so effing mad right now. Then you just sit there laughing, smoking. Like, I swear, do you keep tallies? Dom says, I'm not. She says, tallies of how many times you do me wrong a day. You def are, and you def didn't fix your shitty ass apology. Dom says, sure, I'll start doing that. She says, like, obviously you don't mean it. There will be hella by the end of the day. Can you not leave me on effing red? I don't know how it's that hard. Like, so many things are hard for you. Talking to me, being nice to me, keeping your word with me. Like, what the F more do I have to do? She says, I'm coming over at 11:30 at night. Natalie, get your daughter into her stinky ass bed and make her ass go to sleep. Like, you guys, I think we've read like 108 messages and it's not even the next day about her coming over. She's annoying enough and I hope someone tells her about herself in prison. 𝗀𝗃, we can only hope. No, it's not his fault, but I gotta pull the plug. Why would you want to hang out with somebody that does not want to hang out with you? Yo, I don't, like, I don't know. She killed him and a friend by running her car going 100 miles per hour into a brick wall. Oh, yeah, if someone didn't know that. Not alleged, she was convicted. Yes. We don't know if she's going to get parole. She's like, don't even say anything because I will show up right to your house. He says, why? She says, I told you if you go on D&D, I'm coming straight over. Dom says, I'm not. She says, and now you are. Dom says, I'm ending it because I'm texting Scotty. Kenzie says, you're ending what? Dom says, the calls. She says, K, you need to stop treating me like shit. I can put more notes in your room if you need that. Like, next time you do this, think of how I feel waiting for you to text me. I can come all day. My heart just breaks more and more every day. I shouldn't have to just sit here and cry. Not that you care anyway. Dom says, I do care. I just don't know why it's that big of a deal. Kenzie says, if you cared, I would be over right now. It's a big deal because I have to try so hard to hang with you. Then when I finally come over, you're either the best person in the world or you're just a dick and it makes it so bad. Like, I want more time with you and you just give it to your homies and I need more time than your homies. Like, you make me feel like you don't care at all because you just sit there and let me flip out when you could easily fix the issue. I do not feel good now and I'm crying. This is just how I wanted my night to end. What a great way to end a bad day. Dom says, I don't think you should be crying over this. I'll make it up to you on a different day. Kenzie says, I don't think you should tell me how I feel when you're the one who effed me over. You say that, but you never do. Like, you couldn't even apologize to me. You can make it up to me tomorrow because it just ruined my whole entire night. And now I have no effing dabs. Dom says, it's late. Just go to bed. She says, answer to what I said, and I need dabs to sleep. He says, I'll make it up to you another day. You don't have bud, and you don't need them, but it probably helps. She says, my bong gets me too high. Dom says, don't tell yourself you need them. Take a little hit. She says, then I don't get high. You can make this up to me tomorrow. You still didn't even apologize. You can come and give me dabs and apologize. Dom says, I said I was sorry. Kenzie says, sorry and sorry is different. Oh, because he spelled it SRY. She says, I'm for real coming over tomorrow. I'm really upset now. He says, okay. She says, then you're just going to be rude again. Now it's literally midnight. He says, I'm not. She says, when I tell you I'm upset and you just say, okay, that's rude. I'm not going to sleep good tonight at all now. Dom says, I was about to try to sleep. Good night, babe. Kenzie says, see you tomorrow. That was at 1:10 a.m. Then she says, do you want to FaceTime before you sleep? Because I'm going to be on your phone. Oh, she says at 1 a.m. She says, see, I took a bong hit and I do not like the high I have right now. Dom says, I'm going to Clash Royale. I haven't played this shit in a while. Because he says, you would rather do that than talk to me? She says, I hate today. Dom says, depends when. She says, FaceTime me. He says, I'm about to just sleep though. If I get on FaceTime, I'm not going to want to get off for a bit. Kenzie says, okay, I'll text you when I wake up. She says, we're hanging out early. He says, why early? She says, not like 12-11 early, like 1 to 4 early. I want to do your shit with you tomorrow. Dom says, no. She says, yes. That's how you're going to make it up to me. I said that 30 times. Like we're chilling early tomorrow because I didn't deserve what happened tonight. I sat and waited for nothing. Stop leaving me on red. Don't start again. She removes a question mark, removes another question mark. Dom says, no. She says, why are you so mean? He says, I'll let you know when we can chill. She says, I do not deserve this. No, you're going to ditch me or hit me up at 9, and I want to hang early. Dom says, I don't like to chill with you when you try to be so controlling or have an attitude. Kenzie says, then don't be mean to me and I'll be chill. It's really easy to make me happy, Dom. We're chilling before 4 tomorrow. Like, if you can't do that, it's just effed up because if Kyle or Chris asked you to chill at 4, you would do it. It honestly makes me upset. Like, can you just put a little effort? Sad face. See you tomorrow. Good night. And it's literally 2 a.m. At noon the next day on the 13th, she said, let's go to Beechwood today. How she does and harasses him for that long, and then she's just is like done doing all of this at 2 a.m, and then she wakes up and acts like nothing happened, is literally straight psycho. I can't do that. Like, I cannot do that. Hey, Rudy, thanks for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you. Yeah, now FaceTime. She's off her rocker. Daddy broke her heart due to her parents' relationship. Mom was overbearing. Seeing mom is, and lack thereof, she became possessive and obsessive. And I think she's literally missing like part of her brain. Like, I think she's missing part of her frontal lobe. And I mean that respectfully and so seriously and I'm just concerned. Straight up. She says, let's go to Beechwood today. He says, they not even open. It's noon. She says, then how are we going to go yesterday? Then we can go spray paint somewhere. He says, because it was supposed to be open. She says, Dom, OMG, my weed seed sprouted. 4 of them did. Dom said, that's what they do. You plant a seed, it sprouts and it grows. Like, no shit, Sherlock. Oh my God. I don't like to take prescription pills, but if someone's got a Xanny, hand it over because this is crazy. Dom says, that's what they do. She says, K. Dom says, I got to get new tires soon. I don't know how long that'll take. Kenzie said, so am I coming with you to do that? Or am I coming after? And thank you for being proud of me for seed sprouting. What are you in kindergarten? Dom says, it's just a seed sprouting. All you have to do is put a wet towel. But yeah, your seeds did a good job. That's dope. She says, thank you. So am I coming with or after? I want to hang before 4. Dom says, after. She says, okay, when are you going? He says, right now. She said, okay, bet. Then he says, just seeing your dad mowing the lawn. Kenzie says, LOL. When are you going to be done? She says, Dom? He says, yeah, we back now at 2:05. She says, can I come through in like 30 minutes? He said, the car isn't done. Let me wait till they call so I can grab it. She says, oh, okay. I thought you meant the car was already, because he went to get his tires done. She says, oh, I thought you meant the car was already done. Can you scoop when it's back from getting your car fixed? He says, probably. She says, okay, bet. Let me know when you're going to pick up your car. He says, okay, at 3:00 p.m. She says, are you going soon? He emphasized his message. He says, I'm getting the car right now. She says, bet. So you scoop after? He said, sure. She says, want me to bring spray paint so we can some cool shit? She says, yay, hype. He says, probably not. I don't want to get that on myself or something. She said, it comes off your skin. Please be nice to me. I shouldn't have to beg. I'll do anything. How am I supposed to get to the park? He says, go with Blair, my N-word. Wait, so it was 3:37. So they must have met up. She says, please be nice to me. I shouldn't have to beg. I'll do anything. How am I supposed to get to the park? He says, go with Blair, my N-word. I pulled back in, but realized I'm just going to drive there. Kenzie said, can you just bring me? He said, no, my B. She said, please be nice to me. Like, what do I have to do? I will do anything for you to be nice to me. And are we smoking there? Dom says, stop nagging. He says, I want to kill myself. She says, asking you isn't nagging. He says, I'm driving 40 with knee. She says, can you not? He says, F it, bruh. No belt either. This is kind of a little too much. I will say, I know that they're fighting and they're making threats, but like, that's why that's in the evidence package, because he's threatening to crash his car, which is how he died. So I will admit that as much as I sit up here and say Kenzie's toxic, that's kind of toxic as well. What Dom just this. She says, I'm driving 40 with knee. She says, can you not? He says, F it, brah. No belt either. She says, stop being dumb. He says, nah, I'd rather die before I go crazy. She says, if you die, I'm dying too. That's wild. In the pictures in the house, what is their relationship like? It's terrible. She says, if you die, I'm dying too. She says, you're just going to leave me here and tell Blair to leave. So I'm just here. He says, you were supposed to go with him. Kenzie says, he's leaving now. I feel so alone. I always just feel so alone. He says, run out and go with him. Kenzie said, tell him to bring me. Dom says, then go with him. Kenzie says, I think he's already gone. Why didn't you tell him to bring me? Are you going to do it? Do it like I'm all alone here. Kenzie said, Dom says he's not. Kenzie said, he's not what? Where are you? We are literally here. Dom, you can't just be doing this shit. WTF. Can you stop driving like shit like that? I don't know what he meant by there. There's a typo. Kenzie said, I don't trust Blair. He drives bad. Are you going to be done with your shit soon? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So that was the last of the 13th. He drives bad at 5:43 p.m. Then it jumps to the 14th, 2:04 p.m. Are you going to be done with your shit soon? Dom says, yeah, I don't have much shit to do. Kenzie says, bet, then we can go. I got my new tops. My fit is really cute today, babe. She questions her own message. It closes at 7 and take about 1 hour to get there. We should go soon. Question mark, question mark. Don't just say soon, then not answer me for a while. She emphasizes her message. Dom says, sorry, I'm dropping to Xavier and he wanted to smoke. Can AJ go with us to Beechwood? Kenzie says, yeah. I said, yeah, yesterday. Dom says, the bud was sticky AF, so I couldn't use my phone for a grip. Kenzie said, oh, okay, that's fine. Scoop? Question mark. Should I leave my hair braided or take it down? Dom says, take it down. She says, okay, bet. Answer about scooping though. Babe? He says, yeah. She said, when are you coming? Air Max or Jordan 1? He said, I don't know yet. She says, we gotta go soon. It closes at 7. It's already almost 4:00 p.m. She says, and it takes a minute to get there. Babe, you left me on red, LOL. He says, I know. She says, oh, why? Don't leave me on red on purpose. If we go now, we will have 2 hours there. Dom? He says, I know, I got you. She said, then what are we doing, babe? And should I wear my Air Max or Jordans? Is AJ not ready or something? She emphasizes her own message. I want to be there more than 1 hour. Can we please go now? I've already been ready since noon. Around like 2, please. Wait, around like 2, like please. He says, no, I had to meet my homie. She says, what do you mean? Why can't we go now? We're gonna have no effing time. I've been ready for so long. I tell you AJ can come and you still can't be done early for me? Sad face. Like, please, can we go, Dom? Like, this is making me have so much anxiety. Kenzie says, like, you made me think we were going at 3, but of course I was wrong. Dom said, what if I made mozzarella sticks? Oh, wait, let's go back to the time. So she says, like, this is making me have so much anxiety. That was at 4:10 p.m. So then they must be hanging out. Because she says, like, oh, 4:11. She says, like, you made me think we were just going at 3, but of course I was wrong. And then it jumps to 11:16 p.m. And he says, what if I made mozz sticks? She said, bruh, all those sound good right now. He says, I have popcorn in my hand. You want that and mozzarella sticks? Or you want ice cream cake? She says, ice cream and the sticks. He says, I'll get mozz sticks. Okay, maybe popcorn later. She sends an emoji. Yeah, yes, we will probably still be hungry. LOL. She says that at 11:17 p.m. It's all about the rugs. I know. So this is 2 years before the crash. Yes. Hey, Wavy. Good to see you, love. I just seen you pop in. Please hit the like button, guys. Please, please, please. Yes, MSM, go watch previous lives. Oh, MSM is about to get in deep into the Kenzie playlist. Watch it because we have one whole Kenzie playlist that has 80 videos. And then we have, or something like that. And then we have a playlist that is all the text messages that we just started the second time around. So you can listen to that playlist from January to now. And then we have another playlist of the calls, jail calls without commentary. So you can go deep into the Mackenzie Shirilla case. We just did some body cam when she got arrested a few days ago. And tomorrow we're supposed to be doing the body cam from the crash. So if you're into Kenzie, definitely make sure you have notifications on. Definitely get into it. Next day, she says, hi, babe. He says, hi, babe. She says, Mar wanted to get some from you today. And how did you sleep? Dom says, he hit me up. Kenzie says, okay, good. Want to see something? Dom says, what is it? She says, Insta. I already took it off. Dom said, it looks good. She says, I didn't even know I could do that. For real. Thanks, babe. She says, you busy today at 3:38 p.m.? He says, I think so. She said, if you get lonely when you're doing cells, come get me. She says, text back, babe. Do you want to chill when you're done? Why are you ignoring? Sad face. Dom says, I didn't. I was busy. I'll let you know if I want to chill. Kenzie says, okay, just don't ignore, babe. He says, okay. He says, how much do puff bars go for? She said, depends, 10 to 15. People have been texting me for them too. Dom said, for one is 15. Kenzie said, people, fiends, depends who you're selling it to. You can probably get away with doing 15 to everyone, to be honest. Dom says, okay. She says, you getting some? Dom said, yeah. She said, bet, do you know the good flavors? He says, I don't know. Kenzie says, I do. Dom, LMFAO, did you see what I texted you on Insta? Oh, wait, so it jumps times. So she says, I do at 8:02. Then she says, Dom, LMFAO, did you see what I texted you on Insta? He says, let me see. It's 9:36 p.m. She sends, I can't see the screenshots, but they're pictures of the dogs and her smoking. Dom said, that shit is so deep right now. Kenzie said, did you see Mizzy swimming? LOL. At 10:30 p.m. She says, we took her swimming and shit was so funny. Dom said, yeah, that shit was funny AF. Kenzie says, me and my mom wanted to take canoes though. Dom says, I don't know how good that would work. Kenzie says, it would be so fun. What did you do today, babe? He says, busy all day. Now I'm waiting for Sheen. She says, maybe if I'm up when you get home from skating, we can FaceTime. It's 10:34 p.m. She says, I love FaceTiming you before I go to bed. He says, okay. She says, have fun skating, babe. He says, okay, babe. She sends an emoji and she says, And that was at 10:36. And then she says, text me when you're up, babe. The next morning at 11:25. She says, I want to hang early. It's nice today. May 16th, 2020. Dom says, I just woke up. She says, good morning. Do you want to hang early today? I'll hoop with you today if you want to hoop. He says, I don't know. My stomach hurts and I just got up. She says, did you eat some shit before you went to bed? He says, yeah, a donut. It wasn't a good idea. She says, damn, just go shit or something. LOL, probably will help. I want to hang early today because I miss my babe. He says, I did. It still hurt. Let me run a bag and shower and maybe we could chill in a little. She says, okay, bet. Can I just come over when you're showering? Dom says, if I want to chill. She says, my dad just got home with a motorcycle. You said we can probably chill tomorrow. Dom said, that's dope. Did he just buy it? Kenzie said, yeah, it's a BMW. I'm going to go on a ride in a sec. He said, that's wild. Kenzie says, I really want to hang. Dom says, I'll let you know. She says, hang with me when I'm home. He says, I'm talking to big homie. She says, I'm home now at 3:24 p.m. After that, can I come over? I wanted to hang early. Dom says, maybe. She says, sideways face. Just say yes, Dom. I want to hang. It's like 80 out. Let me just come hang. Okay, Kenzie, I don't know what the weather has to do with it, but like if he doesn't want to hang with you, doesn't matter if it's 2 degrees, 75 degrees, 80 degrees, 10 degrees, like no one. Probably means no, says Joker. She says, it's like 80 out. Let me just come hang. She says, Dom, trying to link soon. I think I'm leaving here soon. She says at 6:33 p.m. I wonder where she was. Wait, where did she say she was? She must have went and did something. She says, I think I'm leaving here soon. And that was at 6:33 p.m. Okay, we're going to end there. We're ending on 5/17, the date 5/17. I have to write our page number down because I don't want to lose it. We have a Nancy Guthrie live, and I'm sure I already went past the time because we've been here reading these text messages. We're gonna end there. She's making my ears ring. Yes, we will be finishing May tomorrow. We got through half the month today, and we were at the beginning. So we will finish the rest of May tomorrow, and then we go on. We keep going on. Sorry to leave though. I know I'm like trying not to I've been doing really long lives, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. So I'm trying to meet in the middle. But like I said, listen to the playlist if you guys haven't already. Because Rudy, I don't know why you're saying that. Yeah, I do. You can find me by my username. She wasn't on any meds according to all the texts. No, she wasn't. Oh yeah, I made till the end. Yeah. Yeah, love to all the babelets. Please tap the like button. Sorry to leave. She's making my ears ring. I know. Probably means no. I already did read that. Big homie. I don't know who that is. So spoiled for real rotten. The roles reversed. He would do anything for her and tried really hard to love her up until the very end, and he was gonna move on. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Lisa, for saying this. She's only like 15, 16 here too, guys. So it's a really toxic relationship at a really young age. Her parents ruined her. She's never been told no in her life. And this is what they created and continue to create, you know, because listen to the jail calls. Melly, I fall asleep to that playlist. Yeah, there's a lot on there. I'm impressed that we've gotten through so many lives. Yes, Alicia, I want to do a live on it. So I was thinking maybe after Nancy, we can do an after dark. I wanted to cover that. I'm so happy that she did that. She's mental AF. We've talked about this. We've had a lot of deep talks about like, could Dom have made it if parents would have stepped in? Yeah, to a certain extent. But I don't know. Whether it was in a car or not, I just don't I think Kenzie was gonna unalive him one way or another. I don't know. I just it was a thing of if he wasn't with her, he wasn't gonna be with anyone. Like, that was just it for her. I know, it sucks because she ended up unaliving Dom and Davion, his their friend. So both of them lost their life that day. She's a Jodi Arias in the making, very similar to Jodi. Like, these are what I think Jodi would text. When we get there, I guess we can compare and contrast because I think I do have Jodi texts. Um, no medication. No, Bailey covered she made a statement on the Epstein files, which I didn't do Epstein files today, but we shall continue Epstein files tomorrow. She's on the Jodi fast track. If parents would have just been present, he might be here. Yeah, I think so. I mean, as much as parents can't control or can, teenagers, I feel like if maybe a restraining order or something, I don't know, something, because he was so close to calling it off and being done with her. Right. They had already broken up. They were like, they had broke up and they were working on getting back together. They decided to hang out the night that she killed them both. Like, they decided to go to some party. If her mother is me, I'll let you make up your mind about that if you haven't listened to the calls or the videos. If you wanna start from the beginning of the playlist, I suggest you do the Kenzie case playlist and go from there all the way down until you get caught up to this live, which is a lot. It would take you days. Only if someone intervenes. No, her mother not needy. She's bossy AF. Is she? She just doesn't seem to boss Kenzie around. I can't believe Kenzie thought that this was an accident would be believable. She tried, remember, but none of the evidence proved that it was an accident. She almost could have possibly got away with it. Like, she got out of the hospital, she had surgery, and then they started like investigating and all of it. And that's when they ended up arresting her in November. But I mean, this happened in July. So I don't know that she would have got away with it, but because the black box gave pertinent information or evidence. And so did the surveillance camera, so you can watch that on the playlist as well. I don't know. It's a sad, sad case. But anyways, please tap the like button on the way out. It's worth it. Yeah, it is worth it. She's the boss and the dad, he's a puss and took it. Pretty much sums it up. Pretty much. Anyways, shout out to you guys for being here for almost 2.5 hours. I will schedule the next Kenzie live after we're done with lives tonight. We have Nancy Guthrie here in a few seconds. So I'll schedule that, reschedule it, because I know I already went past that time. One of the cops was onto her from the beginning. Yes. I'm so sorry, but Natalie making fan pages all over. They're all over. Free Kenzie Shirilla pages are now coming everywhere because she listened when I said, you are not out here promoting her innocence. But yeah, anyways, shout out to you guys for being here. Please tap that like button on the way out, and I'll see you guys on the next live.